Hi everyone. Hi. Pardon me. I seem to be taking my time trying to prep a couple of things in the background. I was also just waiting for the ads to die down, which they have. So welcome in everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hi. Thank you for taking first, Hades. It's so good to see you. Oh, the voice thing is here. Really? Blah 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 blah. Oh. Oh, this thing's gonna be the death of me. I'm sick. One second. I don't know why it's so determined to give me a deeper voice. Like my voice is deep enough, isn't it? I think it is. Wait. And I'm so used to no longer checking. There it is. It should be different now. There I am. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Hades, for letting me know. We will not speak of this to anybody, okay? I'm going to obliviate you if I have to. With love, of course. With all the love in my heart. Alright, let's see. I was working on some shit in the background. Let me check. I don't know whether or not I should announce it on Blue Sky that I'm even live. I genuinely don't feel like it. I know that's stupid, but honestly, I'm tired of all the little everything that comes around with streaming, like content creating. I just want to do the creating part, but I find myself bogged down by all the other things I have to do, even though they're fun. But it makes me feel like a failure of a content creator and of a streamer. You know, the clips and the editing and the actually making your videos and editing them and the freaking script writing. It's just I don't get to do any of that stuff. Even like that stuff is fun, but at the same time, I didn't expect the amount of guilt I would feel about not getting to do them as much as I would like, because I've got ideas and I can't really like bring them to fruition, and I always feel like a little bit of a fraud. So I don't know. Lucy, I drew Cyrene on my French worksheet. And how did your French teacher take that? I hope they appreciated the gift. I hope they appreciated your efforts. I hope they looked at it and were like, oh yes, now this is art, you know, this is a work of art. This is what school should be all about, you know? I hope so. I hope that's what it was. Okay, I'm just looking through. I also have to record for the if I want to do the Christmas album thing that I promised y'all. I have to start recording now. I don't know about how I'm supposed to find the time for that or anything, but I just want to make the stuff without having to worry about making the stuff. You know, that's just all I want. I just want to make the stuff without having to worry about making the stuff. Okay, let's see. Well, let's see. second. I'm just preparing the Word document. Hi there. It's Biscuit. Oh, we're on ending. Bruh. No wonder everyone's confused. I'm confused. I knew something looked different. You know what? I don't even need to be here. I need to be here. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello there. I didn't even see it. I'm so sorry, Biscuit. I'm sorry, Joe. Thank you for alerting me. And thank you so much for taking second, Biscuit. Hi there, Hordling. How are you? Oh my god, that is an extremely cute. Oh, I love these emotes. That is such a cute emote. Okay. And it's 2 emotes actually. I didn't even notice. The tail is adorable. I don't have a tail yet. I'm still working on my fursona. I have the Pinterest board all set up. I just need to, commission it. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, I thought it was the starting soon screen. Bro, I didn't even notice it. I didn't see shit. Your French teacher didn't see your siren drawing, and if I would have showed her, she would have seen that you didn't finish it. At least you're having fun. Man, the educational institutions of today are something else. Okay, I think I've set up everything appropriately. I hope. I'm not sure. So what we're going to be doing today is a 2-part activity day. We're going to be writing and reading. So as you well know, we've got I didn't even put it in the fucking stream title. I'm sick. We've got chapter 6, I believe, of 6 of Crows today. So let me just put that there. Chap 6 of 6 of Crows. Bruh, I didn't put it. It's on the tags. It's on the anything. I just totally forgot. Maybe I should remove cozy stream and put 6 of Crows. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see if I've got my I saw something on the other day, I saw something the other day on TikTok about, wait a second guys, maybe my model has it. I don't know if it does though. I don't think my model does have it, which is strange, but it's all right. Biscuit, thank you for gifting Hades a sub. What the frick? Thank you, hype elf. And you have a 5 stream streak. Oh, Biscuit, you're ridiculously goated. Do you know that? I appreciate you so much. Thank you, darling. And yes, I think we're ready. I think the world is finally ready. I should be able to okay, so I'm just gonna title it Stream Reward Fanfic. Yes, there. So we are ready. I'm going to bring this out. There we go. So I don't dox myself. Yay, we're ready. Yay. Alright guys, what do you want to do first? Would you like us to read 6 of Crows first and then we hop straight into writing of the fanfiction? I feel like that makes more sense than to write the fanfiction first, because writing it's its own thing. It works on its own time, but we can always read the fanfic and just have fun. I just realized that the physics I never noticed this. That means I can go crazy a little bit. Wait a second. I'm so much more mobile now, and I don't know why I never thought to do this before. 1 second, guys. I love jazz. Okay, we're ready. you probably want us to do some Six of Crows first, don't you? Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see what you rapscallions are saying in chat. You say nothing. Okay. So, I think we're going to read first. And then we shall switch over to writing you guys' smutty fantasies. In the form of fan fiction, of course. Nobody left any... Well, Sentient did leave some... a list of ships they would like me to write about. But I also wanted like prompts. Like, do you guys want a... Well, I already said I was giving you smut, but do you want like a coffee shop AU? Do you want a meet cute? Do you want angst? Do you want fluff and smut? Do you want PWP? I'm not gonna say what that means. If you know, you know. Just like what exactly are you guys looking for? You know what I'm saying? But we'll deal with that when we get there. For now, let's get out our books and get ready to read some Six of Crows. In the meantime, please let me know if the music is too loud, because like honestly, I can't tell. In my ears it sounds loud, so I'm just gonna reduce it a little bit more. And then I'm gonna bring out my books. Alright, get ready to be lulled to sleep, I suppose. Where the fuck did I put this book? It's over here. 1 second. I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? What page are we on, Lucy? We are on chapter 6. We finished chapter 5 last stream. In the book it says that we're on page 88, but in the PDF that we're reading together here, you know what, let me get rid of my halo really quickly. 1 second. There we go. But in the PDF that we're using to read the book, it says that we are in page... I don't know what page this is. Oh my god, we're ending chapter, like, part 1. We're about to finish part 1. Shadow business. Isn't that so cool? That is ridiculously, amazingly cool. They've set up the world for us quite well. They set up the sisters, the characters. They've set up the, you know, the plot. You know, the premise of the plot. I think they've done... Leigh Bardugo has done a marvelous job of world building and crafting, you know, this world that she wants us to engage in. My chapter 6 is page 88 too. Oh, that's right, you got the book. Every time I remember that, I just grin from ear to ear. It drives me. I'm filled with such like fantastic, cozy, warm pleasure on my and your behalf. I truly hope you enjoy it. All right, man. That's so cool, Biscuit. That's so cool. Honestly. I don't know. It just feels so good. This is like the little book club that I wanted to have when I was growing up. And I was one of the only ones in my friend group who loved books the way I loved books, and a lot of my other friends just weren't as preoccupied with books specifically, especially the type I like to read. Oh, they liked their comics and they liked their magazines, and I liked comics too, not gonna lie. The problem was my parents refused to buy me comics. But books I could get at a library, right? My school library. But my school library did not stock comics, you know, because they don't believe in that type of thing. So books it was for me. And while they wanted to do physical activity and all of that, you know, just I didn't get to really indulge and have friends who were as crazy about reading as I was, at least in real life, you know. I didn't have that, which is unfortunate. I will probably have to go during stream today though, so I'll catch up with the fort. That's all right, my love. You know that I'm more than okay with that. You know, just if you need to do anything, take your time. This is fine. The purpose of this is to be a soothing ear in the background as you go about your activities and go about your day. That's why we got the jazz with the piano in the background, you know. We're trying to set up a certain type of atmosphere. I hope it's working. All right, guys. Are we ready? Are we ready? I'm ready. And I'm so motherfucking excited. I'm waiting for Mila to come home. They're currently out. As soon as they come home, I'm going to be making them dinner really quickly. So I will be gone for quite a bit on my break. So my hope is to finish chapter 6. And then when they come, and before they come home, and when we finish chapter 6, we'll go straight into writing our writing our fanfic. Oh my god, chapter 6 is long. Settle in. Settle in. Settle in. I sensed a great petty evil. And look, Lucifer is streaming. Tay, I will whoop you. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing about me? Hi there. Did you say writing porn? No. What are you talking about? Somebody obliviate him quickly. Quickly. I'll do it myself. Y'all, that's too slow. Where is it? Where is it? I have too many fucking redeems. Thank you. Oh my god. You didn't hear anything.
Sorry.
You actually do not remember the last 2 minutes, Tay. Welcome in. What's up? Haha, a great petty evil. Waka. How dare you? Thanks so much, Biscuit. I appreciate you. Anyways. And congrats on taking third, Tay. Wow. Finally. You don't get to take first, second, and third and annoy everybody. Hey, what's that behind you? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see. Anyways, I'm legally blind. I have that channel redeem, don't I? I am legally blind though, so yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see anything. Anyway, let's read this book in front of me with my non-functioning eyes that don't work. All right, sip of water real quick. Guys, this chapter has like 28 pages or something like that, so we gotta get started. Anyways, let's do this. The sick feeling in Nina's stomach had nothing to do with the rocking of the rowboat. She tried to breathe deeply, to focus on the lights of the Ketterdam harbor disappearing behind them and the steady splash of the oars in the water. I forgot to do our recap. So pretty much last week when we dealt with chapters 5 and 6, Kaz has gotten back to the dregs, and what he's trying to do now is assemble the crew for not Per Haskell, for Van Eck's little suicide mission, which is to rescue Boyul Bayur, the person who created the recipe for Yur de Parem, which is the drug that affects Grisha or magic users in this universe, right? So they want to rescue this guy from the Ice Court, the most protected and impenetrable prisons in this particular world, right? And because Kaz Brekka is such an accomplished thief at just 17 years old, not to mention the gang leader of the dregs, he has been commissioned by a councilman or high merchant, whatever it is, to essentially steal this human being away from the Ice Court. So he is trying to think of assembling a crew. He was offered 30 million CROWS to do this. So that's big money. And he wasn't gonna say no. So yeah. So now he went to go see some girl called Nina last chapter. She's a Grisha, a corporal Nick specifically. So whatever she does has to do with the body. And he pretty much was trying to get her on board on the team. She said no at first, but then he offered to break someone out of prison for her. So I think this is what we're gonna see in this chapter with Nina's perspective. All right, that's it for the recap. Let's get started. The sick feeling in Nina's stomach had nothing to do with the rocking of the rowboat. She tried to breathe deeply, to focus on the lights of the Ketterdam harbor disappearing behind them and the steady splash of the oars in the water. Beside her, Kaz adjusted his mask and cloak, while Muzin rowed with relentless and aggressive speed, driving them closer to Terangel, one of Kerch's tiny outlying islands, closer to Hellgate and Matthias. Yes, the name of the person that we're jailbreaking is Matthias, by the way. He and Nina have some sort of history, though we do not know what. We're about to find out, I suspect. Fog lay low over the water, damp and curling. It carried the smell of tar and machinery from the shipyards on Imperium and something else. The sweet stink of burning bodies from the Reaper's barge, where Ketterdam disposed of the dead who couldn't afford to be buried in the cemeteries outside the city. Disgusting, Nina thought, drawing her cloak tighter around her. Why anyone would want to live in a city like this was beyond her. I'm guessing she's living in this city against her free will? Because she doesn't really sound like a fan of Ketterdam, and honestly, so far from what I've read as well, I'm not a fan either. Muzin hummed happily as he rowed. Nina knew him only in passing, a bouncer and an enforcer, like the ill-fated Big Bolliger. She avoided the slats in the Crow Club as much as possible. Kaz had branded her a snob for it, but she didn't much care what Kaz thought. She didn't much care what Kaz Brecker had to say about her tastes. She glanced back at Muzin's huge shoulders. She wondered if Kaz had just brought him along to row, or because he expected trouble tonight. Of course there will be trouble. They were breaking into a prison. It wasn't going to be a party. So why are we dressed for one? Oh? She'd met Kaz and Muzin at Fifth Harbor at midnight, and when she boarded the little rowboat, Kaz had handed her a blue silk cape and a matching veil, the trappings of the lost bride, one of the costumes pleasure seekers liked to don when they sampled the excesses of the barrel. He'd had on a big orange cape with a madman's mask perched atop his head. Muzin had worn the same. All they needed was a stage, and they could perform one of those dark, savage little scenes from the comedy brutes that the Kerch seemed to find so hilarious. Now Kaz gave her a nudge. Lower your veil. He pulled down his own mask. The long nose and bulging eyes looked doubly monstrous in the fog. She was about to give in and ask why the costumes were necessary when she realized that they weren't alone. Through the shifting mists, she caught sight of other boats moving through the water, carrying the shapes of other madmen, other brides, a Mr. Crimson, a Scarab Queen. What business did these people have at Hellgate? Kaz had refused to tell her the specifics of his plan, and when she'd insisted, he'd simply said, "Get in the boat." That was Kaz all over. He knew he didn't have to tell her anything because the lure of Matthias's freedom had already overridden every bit of her good sense. She'd been trying to talk Kaz into breaking Matthias out of jail for the better part of a year. Now he could offer Matthias more than freedom, but the price would be far higher than she'd expected. Welcome in, Jazz. Thank you for the lurk. Okay. Only a few lights were visible as they approached the rocky shoal of Terangel. The rest was darkness and crashing waves. Couldn't you just bribe the warden? She muttered to Kaz. I don't need him knowing he has something I want. When the boat's hull scraped sand, two men rushed forward to haul them further onto land. The other boats she'd seen were making ground at the same cove, being pulled ashore by more grunting and cursing men. Their features were vague through the gauze of her veil, but Nina glimpsed the tattoos on their forearms. A feral cat curled into a crown, the symbol of the Dime Lions. Money, one of them said as they clambered out of the boat. Kaz handed over a stack of couche, and once it was counted, the Dime Lion waved them on. They followed a row of torches up an uneven path to the leeward side of the prison. Nina tilted her head back to gaze at the high black cap. What the fuck? Sorry. To gaze at the high black towers of the fortress known as Hellgate. A dark fist of stone thrusting up from the sea. I'm so immature. Hi, Lucy Lucy. Cash. Hi, Cash. Welcome in. How are you, darling? I hope your Wednesday's been treating you well. Okay. She'd seen it from afar before when she'd paid a fisherman to take her out to the island. But when she'd asked him to bring her closer, he'd refused. Sharks get mean there, he claimed. Betty's full of convict blood. Nina shuddered at the memory. Yikes. So I'm guessing this is the prison. It's called Hellgate. It's very highly fortified. And sometimes they throw their prisoners into the waters below to be eaten by sharks. That's not fun. Not the best, but I'm here, you know. Glad to see you live, though. What is it about today? Wednesday's child is full of woe. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Cash. Just if you need a cozy spot to chill in, you're welcome here. You're more than welcome here, okay? I'm more than happy to have you. Alright. Let's see. Let's continue. Where did we stop? Betty's full of convict blood. There we go. A door had been propped open. Wait, you know what? Let me adjust my seating arrangement. Somehow I'm seeing triple. I don't know if this is normal. Wait, no, I'm not seeing triple. I'm seeing double. Sorry. Anyways. A door had been propped open, and another member of the Dime Line. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Come here, mommy. Oh my god. I know that's what I named that fucking redeem, but gosh. Oh. Hola, soy Dora. Hi, how you doing? I'm trying to see Triple U. Hi, Jester. How you doing? How's your Wednesday going? You just in a very corny mood tonight, aren't you? Welcome in. Settle in. Settle in. Get cozy. Alright, let's continue. A door had been propped open, and another member of the Dime Lions led Nina and the others inside. They entered a dark, surprisingly clean kitchen, its walls lined with huge vats that looked better suited to laundry than cooking. The room smelled strange, like vinegar and sage, like a merchant's kitchen, Nina thought. The Kirch believed that work was akin to prayer. Maybe the merchant wives came here to scrub the floors and walls and windows, to honor Gezin, the god of industry and commerce, with soap and water and the chafing of their hands. Nina resisted the urge to gag. They could scrub all they liked. Beneath that wholesome scent was the indelible stench of mildew, urine, and unwashed bodies. It might take an actual miracle to dislodge it. I tell everyone I have book club on Wednesdays now. Really? Here for book club? I love that. That's so cute. Now, who bummed out Cash? I don't know, but I hate to see her this way. Cash, I hope it wasn't what happened at work. I hope it wasn't that, because if it was that, then I'm ready to fight people at your job, bro. I'm ready to fight them and fight them hard. Wow. Ugh, the physics are crazy. Sorry, I increased it to 100 just to see what it was about, but I may have overdone it. Just a little bit. Okay. Boogie on down. Okay, I've overdone it. Let's get back to reading. Man, I can confirm it's not my mental health. Just said I can confirm it is not my mental health just said fuck me and my religion, for real, for real. It is not my job. Oh, I can confirm it is not my job. My mental health just said fuck me and my religion. Your religion specifically? How specific? I'm sorry to hear that though. If you just need, you know, to get some comfort and somewhere cozy, then please take advantage of me, okay? And take advantage of this stream. We're just having a cozy time, and I hope eventually you start feeling better. Really, everything but my non-existent religion too. Ah, yes. It's just one of those days. But it's okay. You're here now, you know? And we're with you. You're not alone. I hope you feel better soon, and sending you hugs and kisses. Lots of hugs and lots of kisses. Alright then. I hate those days. I have those days all the time, and not all the time, but when I have them, they suck. How do I ship ice cream to Cash? Oh, I don't know. I appreciate the space, Lucy. Lucy, of course, love. Anything you need. I don't care if it takes my life savings. That's sweet. That's very sweet of you, Jester. I'm sure Cash appreciates the sentiment. Alright, guys, let's continue. Urine and unwashed bodies is crazy. Yeah, it does sound intense. I certainly don't want to smell that. But yes, they passed through. Oh shit, I need to scrub down. Or rather, I need to scroll down. This is good. Yeah. They passed through a dank entry hall, and she thought they would head up into the cells. But instead, they passed through another door and onto a high stone walkway that connected the main prison to what looked like another tower. "Where are we going?" Nina whispered. Kaz didn't answer. The wind picked up, lifting her veil and lashing her cheeks with salt spray. As they entered the second tower, a figure emerged from the shadows, and Nina barely stifled a scream. "Ine," she said on a wavering breath. The Suli girl wore the horns and high-necked tunic of the Grey Imp, but Nina recognized her anyway. No one else moved like that, as if the world was smoke and she was just passing through it. Guys, I have a suspicion about Ine. Do you think she's also a corporal, Nick? Do you think she's also a corporal, Nick? A tide? Is it a tide weaver? Like Yuri? You know, the original, the one that, the freaking Grisha that they dragged away. No, that was a fabricator. I think the one I'm thinking about is Rev Kenka, I think was his name. Rev something. I'm just scrolling back. I'm turning my page, just trying to find them. It's not Derek's. It's not this one. It's not that one. Okay. I don't even know, but there's Grisha that can control like wind and shit, right? So could it be that one? You may not use your life savings to ship me ice cream, but the thought is much appreciated. We can scroll up a reference. No, we can. The problem is I can't fucking. I wanted to find the page on my book before I scrolled up. I wanted to find the page on my book before I scrolled up, so that I don't like just lose where I am, but I can't find it. But there is a Grisha that's capable of like moving through, well, not moving through walls, but can control like wind and stuff, or mist. Fabricators can control objects. So Ine, I suspect that she's got Grisha blood. Like, she might not be a full Grisha, but maybe there's Grisha in her ancestry. Maybe her grandparents, one of them was a Grisha, because the way they describe her ability to move through the world, to like fade into the background, to spy for stealth, They almost make it sound extraordinary. They make it sound supernatural. So I have a suspicion that Ine may actually have some sort of like powers. We just don't know yet. We'll have to wait for confirmation later on in the fic. Let's keep going. Okay. Ine, she said on a wavering breath. Girl scared the fuck out of her, bro. Oh no, I lost my page. Where was I? What the fuck? Huh? Guys, I lost my page so bad. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ah. What the frick? How did I get to this page if this is my page? Okay, there. I found my page. Bottom of 91. Thank you. Oh my god, Biscuit. Look at you. Okay, thank you for that. Mwah. Let's continue. Okay, let's see. Ina, she said on a wavering breath. The Suli girl wore the horns and high-necked tunic of the Grey Imp, but Nina recognized her anyway. No one else moved like that, as if the world was smoke and she was just passing through it. How did you even get here? Nina whispered to her. I came earlier on the supply barge. Nina ground her teeth. Do people just come and go from Hellgate for fun? Once a week they do, said Ina, her little imp horns bobbing along with her head. What do you mean once a keep quiet? Kaz growled. Don't shush me, Brecker, Nina whispered furiously. If it's this easy to get into Hellgate, the problem isn't getting in, it's getting out. Now shut up and stay alert. Nina swallowed her anger. She had to trust Kaz to run the game. He'd made sure she didn't have any other choice. They entered a tight passageway. Sorry. My brain just coming up with all sorts of dirty jokes. They entered a tight passageway. This tower felt different from the first. Older. Its rough-hewn stone walls blackened by smoking torches. Now, Lucy, it's not. I didn't. They wrote it there. They wrote it. It was written. Lucy, you're a menace. It was written. I didn't even come up with it myself. It was right there. It would have been low-hanging fruit, and I controlled myself, and I didn't say it. Gosh, guys. You know they ain't mean it like that. Too much Yahweh. There can never be too much Yahweh. The heathenry knows no bounds. I didn't even say anything. Oh, forget this. We're continuing. I didn't even say it. It was right there. You should blame Le Bardugo, not me. Anyways, you thought it though. I think we all thought it. Okay. I think I just spoke for everybody here. And if you say that that's not true, then you're a liar. You're a liar. Anyways. Gallivanting. Gallivanting around like a horny rapscallion. And what's wrong with being a horny rapscallion? We're literally about to write porn. Literally in the next 30 minutes. So what are you talking about? Well, not the next 30 minutes. But within this hour, we're writing porn. That's the whole point. That's why you're all here. Stop it. Gallivanting. How Niger of you. I know, right? We're all influencing Joe. I love to see it. Anyways, let's continue. Where the hell was I? Ah, yes. It's over here. Boom, boom, boom. We're writing what? Well, we're writing some smart. Are you throwing tomatoes at me? That is crazy. That is ridiculous. How dare. Now, Cash, I know you're feeling a bit blue, but it seems we'll need you. Oh, God. I will just continue. I don't think I'll read that passage again before you'll call me a gooner. This tower felt different from the first. Older. Its rough-hewn stone walls blackened by smoking torches. Their dime-lying guide pushed open a heavy iron door and gestured for them to follow him down a steep staircase. Here, the smell of bodies and refuse was worse, trapped by the sweating moisture of salt water. Ew. Yuck. Okay. They spiraled lower into the bowels of the rock. Nina clung to the wall. There was no banister, and though she could not see the bottom, she doubted the fall would be kind. They didn't go far, but by the time they reached their destination, she was trembling. Her muscles wound taut, less from exertion than the knowledge that Matthias was somewhere in this terrible place. He is here. He is under this roof. Where are we? She whispered as they ducked through cramped stone tunnels, passing dark caves fitted with iron bars. This is the old prison, Kaz said. When they built the new tower, they left this one standing. She heard moaning from inside one of the cells. They still keep prisoners here? Only the worst of them. I meant your skills, but if you want to be the protag, you'll have to ask Lucy. Damn. This killy shit is so good. Did I read that right? Ew, that sounds disgusting. It really is. This author really knows how to describe awful things. They're good at describing disgusting smells. Like, they're very good at that. Le Bardugo, good for you. Anyways, blah 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 blah. She peered through. Lucy, you don't remember Kilishi? I don't remember. No, wait. I think, or I might know it by a different name, depending. I'm googling it now because you're making me feel less Nigerian for not knowing it. 1 second. Oh, my mom brought me. Oh, this. Yeah, I never called it Kilishi though. I just called it dried suya. I just called it a different time. I know it's not suya, but I used to call it dried suya. Like it never stuck to my brain the actual name that we call it. I literally just called it dry suya, even though it's not dry suya. I know it's not dry suya, but I didn't give a fuck. I mean, I did used to write smut back in the day. Why did you stop? Why did you stop? The smut is calling your name. It misses you. Cash, we miss you. Come back to the life of smut. Don't run away from your truth. Be who you are. You know? Be who you are. Oh, and Milu's calling. Give me 1 second. Guys, I almost continued reading, forgetting entirely that I had not yet, like, that. Forgetting entirely that my, like, that my mic was still muted. Anyways, I'm back. Give me 1 second. Just sending some stuff over to the sis and mama. My mama just called as well. Thank you for the daily offering. It's 2020, everybody. We already knew you were an a Gooner 15 episodes ago. Damn, that's crazy. I'll tell Milu you all said hi, don't worry. 15 episodes is crazy. Hi, boss. I'm lurky today. Love you 5 ever. Of course. Thank you for the lurk. I love you too. Thank you for being here. Just take care of yourself, okay? Do what you need to do in the background. You know I don't mind lurkers. Mwah. Love you. So good to see you. My smut was very much Marvel or K-pop related, and I started feeling some kind of way about writing about real people, so I ceased writing. That makes sense. I write about the fictional characters, not the real people, you know? I just happen to picture certain faces sometimes when I feel like it fits, but otherwise, yeah, no, I'm a certified. Sorry, I'm just remembering my my past. I mean my present. I mean my future. I've been reading smut, yaoi specifically, yaoi BL type shit since I was 12, I think. I'm currently in my mid-20s. I don't think I will ever stop. I started writing smut shortly after that, around my like 16th 17th birthday, but I was never confident enough to post any of them until I reached my 20s. And of course, your girl is on AO3 for several reasons. Yeah. Anyways. Yes, Cash, you should never stop writing smut is my point. Just never stop. Never stop writing. Never stop writing. There's new fandoms to jump into if you're uncomfy writing about certain people. So just do what your heart wants to do, sweetie pie. Do not stop yourself from indulging your passion. Yes, indulge in your passions, guys. Let the gooner out, but with wordsmithing. To me personally, the best way to goon out is with fan fiction and comics. I just feel that it's just good. It's just great. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. See, I could, but I just don't have the passion I used to have for writing. Oh, that's fair. I'm so sorry to hear that, because 17-year-old Kachara would put out a 20-page fic in less than 2 days. Period. Oh my God, look at you. You were one of the powerful ones. Some wine and a few texts from your man could fix that. Jester, stop right now. Stop right now, because I'll have someone lash you. Just looking for new content. So what if I am? So what if I am? I refuse to be ashamed about my passion. All right, guys, let's continue from where we left off. Here it is. Okay, gush. I just feel more self-conscious about fanfics and whatnot now. I understand it, but just hang around with me long enough and all your shame will die. I will eat your shame for you. Don't worry. And if I show you the type of shit I was reading and the type of shit I was writing, you will have space to feel shame at all. We need a command to put someone in the stocks. Oh my God. I think there's a vote command that I could like tweak in Stream Elements. Write it down so I don't forget. There's a vote command I could possibly tweak in Stream Elements to like where everyone can vote to like pretty much put someone in timeout for a certain amount of time. I think there is. In fact, can't I work on it right now? Wait a second. Jester, I promise this is not out of hate for you. It's just out of love for the community as a whole. I love you very much, okay? I love every one of you equally, except like 3 or 4 of you, which I love very. No, that's not true. I love all of you equally, yes. I love all my babies equally. I love you all. Let's see, where is it? It's literally called vote, I think. Is it? I'm pretty sure there's a way to do this. Oh, I can't do it right now. It'll take too much time. But it's pretty much, it's a great way to just What the frick? There's a level 2 hype train. I didn't even notice. Thank you for gifting sub to Sentient. What the frick? And thank you so much for your daily offering, Senti. What on earth? What on earth? Like you said, she was one of the powerful ones. We just want to keep her. We just gotta keep her powerful. Eat my shame tickles me. I will. I will eat it. I'll slurp it down, girl. Ooh. You got no idea. The Tumblr blog used to go crazy. I will admit. I'm still on Tumblr. I have 2 accounts. I should probably make a 3rd one, but I can't manage a 3rd one as a VTuber, so I'm just keeping my writing one. And I would never expose my actual one because I'd be going crazy on that one. But still a Tumblr girly. Lucy, you want me to be shackled every stream? Only if you ask nicely. Only if you beg me. The suggestion still stands. Noted. Noted. No one wants you to be shackled. You just act in a way where you need to be shackled. True bottom behavior. Cash, thanks for the 100 bits. What the flying fuckaroni? What's happening here? There's an amazing line I can use with these highlighted words. Yeah. Just tribal jumping. Lucy, off stream, please. Understood. And yes, thank you, Biscuit. You're the best. Mwah. Absolute MVP. I don't know if I could gift you VIP again, I would, but I've already given you VIP. At this rate, the next thing left to do is to make you a mod, but like I couldn't do that. I fly to Niger just to fling him into the stratosphere. Joke's on you, he might actually like that. Jester is he doesn't like to say it, but he's the freakiest of us all. Apart from me, I guess. Okay, guys, let's get back. We're supposed to be reading here. If we don't finish reading this, we're not gonna get to write porn together. And I need us to get there because that's a really wonderful bonding experience. As a what? What's happening? What's happening, guys? Is there some sort of sale today? Senti, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. What the helly? What the heliante? Sentient being, what happened? Sentient, what on earth? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, darling. What the hell, Barry? It's Lucy's stream. What do you mean? That's the occasion. Oh, stop! I can't. Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifted. What the frick? Okay. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Damn it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Senti. Thank you, Biscuit. That is wow. Thank you, Cash. I don't know how to act now. Spoiling Lucy like a true spouse would. I know, right? Happy wife, happy life. Put that on a t-shirt. Since he's got big bank these days, I know, man. I don't know. What's the non-binary equivalent to mommy / daddy? I don't even know if Sentient is into that, actually. I mean, I'm into people calling me mommy, but I don't know if Sentient is into that. What would I call them? Parent? Thank me, parent. I'm sick. You just gotta call Senti father. Hell no. Ow, 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 ow. That has too many connotations for me to actually like be okay with it. I'm just financially irresponsible. Ignore this, Lucy. Damn. That's crazy. I will ignore it starting from now. Please don't be financially irresponsible for me. I beg you. Ah. Oh my god. Just wait till Lucy starts writing, period. I'm gonna make it so disgustingly good for you guys. Let's just wait. Let's just get there. Let's unlearn financial responsibilities together. Sugar father eats, period. Sugar father, but not sugar daddy. So I'm guessing you like father over daddy. Sugar father sounds more gender neutral than sugar daddy, and I don't know why. I don't know why either, but now that you mention it, you do have a point. Yeah. How weird. That is strange as hell, actually, but that is so true. Sugar father. Yeah, actually. Oh my god. What the hell? Just to tell you how much gender is made up. Anyways, guys, let's get back to it. We have a book to read. If we want to get to the smutty parts, then we gotta read the book. Gotta read the book. Okay, let's see. I will be your father, Fic. Put your tiny hands in my. Yeah. Gee, why Jester say that orgasmic shit? What orgasmic shit? Oh, well, since you basically are like, yep. Yep. Yup. Yup. Okay. I gotta lock in. If we want to get to this smut writing, we gotta lock in. Okay. Let's see. So, where were we? She peered through the bars. Okay. They still keep prisoners here? Only the worst of them. She peered between the bars of an empty cell. There were shackles on the wall, dark with rust and what might have been blood. Through the walls a sound reached Nina's ears, a steady pounding. She thought it was the ocean at first, but then she realized it was chanting. They emerged into a curving tunnel. To her right were more old cells, but light poured into the tunnel from staggered archways on the left, and through them she glimpsed a roaring, rowdy crowd. The dime lion led them around the tunnel to the third archway, where a prison guard dressed in a blue and grey uniform was posted, rifle slung across his back. 4 more for you, the dime lion shouted over the crowd. Then he turned to Kaz. If you need to leave, the guard will call for an escort. No one goes wandering off without a guide, understood? Oh, hype train level 4. Thank you guys for the hype train. That was amaze balls. We got an applause break emote, and I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna post this because it says I should. I can show affection, just give me reasons not to. Damn. Y'all are still, wow. Joe versus Jess, huh? Okay. My 2 J boys are fighting. I ain't want this shit. Yeah, this was not the one I was hoping for either, but you know, what can you do? We're grateful for everything we got though. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's continue. The dime line led them around the tunnel to the third. Oh, wait. Yeah, I have reached here. To the third archway, where a prison guard dressed in a blue and grey uniform was posted, rifle slung across his back. 4 more for you, the dime lion shouted over the crowd. Then he turned to Kaz. If you need to leave, the guard will call for an escort. No one goes wandering off without a guide, understood? Of course, wouldn't dream of it, Kaz said from behind his ridiculous mask. Enjoy, the dime lion said with an ugly grin. The prison guard waved them through. Oh. I have a feeling that they're pretty much just using these guys for sport. And Nina stepped under the archway and felt as if she'd fallen into some strange nightmare. They were on jutting stone ledge, looking down into a shallow, crudely made amphitheater. Why did I say it like that? Amphitheater. There we go. The tower had been gutted to create an arena. Only the black walls of the old prison remained. The roof long since fallen in or destroyed so that the night sky was visible high above, dense with clouds and free of stars. It was like standing in the hollowed out trunk of a massive tree, something long dead and howling with echoes. This is my favorite Twitch emo ever. I love it too. It just looks so unhinged. It's so scenty. Senti's emos are honestly top tier. Around her, masked and veiled men and women crowded onto the terraced ledges, stamping their feet as the action proceeded below. The walls surrounding the fighting pit blazed with torchlight, and the sand of the arena floor was red and damp where it had soaked up blood. In front of the dark mouth of the cave, a scrawny, bearded man in shackles stood next to a big wooden wheel marked with what looked like drawings of little animals. He'd clearly once been strong, but now his skin hung in loose folds and his muscles sagged. A younger man stood beside him in a mangy cape made from a lion's skin, his face framed by the big cat's mouth. A garish gold crown had been secured between the lion's ears, and its eyes had been replaced with bright silver dimes. "Spin the wheel," the young man commanded. The prisoner lifted his shackled hands and gave the wheel a hard spin. A red needle ticked along the edges as it spun, making a cheerful clattering noise. Then slowly, the wheel came to a stop. Nina couldn't quite make out the symbol, but the crowd bellowed, and the man's soldiers drooped as a guard came forward to unlock his chains. Oh my god, they're making them fight fucking animals for sport. And we haven't yet been introduced to animals in this world, so we don't know if they're like magical beasts or if they're just normal animals, like, you know, a horse or some shit. The prisoner cast them aside into the sand, and a second later Nina heard it, a roar that carried even over the excited baying of the crowd. The man in the lion cape and the prison guards stepped hurriedly onto a rope ladder and were lifted out of the pit to the safety of a ledge as the prisoner seized a flimsy-looking knife from a bloody bunch of weapons lying in the sand. He backed as far away from the mouth of the tunnel as he could get. Nina had never seen a creature like the one that crawled into view from the tunnel. It was some kind of reptile. Its thick body covered in grey-green scales, its head wide and flat, its yellow eyes slitted. It moved slowly, sinuously, its low slung body sliding lazily over the ground. There was a white crust around the broad crescent of its mouth, and when it opened its jaws to roar again, something wet, white, and foaming dripped from its pointed teeth. "What is that thing?" Nina asked. "Rinka moten," said Ina. "A desert lizard. The poison from its mouth is lethal." "No, it's apparently some sort of reptile creature with a poison mouth, a freaky alligator star." Chester. "It seems pretty slow on its feet." "Yes, it seems that way." The prisoner lunged forward with his knife. The big lizard moved so quickly Nina could barely track it. One moment the prisoner was bearing down on it, the next the lizard was on the other side of the arena. Bare seconds later it has slammed into the prisoner, pinning him to the ground as he screamed, its poison dripping over his face, leaving smoky trails wherever it touched his skin. The creature dropped its weight onto the prisoner with a sickening crunch and set about slowly mauling his shoulder as he lay there shrieking. The crowd was booing. Nina averted her eyes, unable to watch. "What is this?" "Welcome to the Hell Show," said Kaz. "Pekka Rollins got the idea a few years back and pitched it to the right council member." "The Merchant Council knows?" "Of course they know, Nina. There's money to be made here." Nina dug her fingernails into her palms. That condescending tone made Kaz so slappable. Holy fucking shit. She knew Pekka Rollins' name well. "Oh! Hi! Welcome back! Welcome back! How are you? I don't care. Are you okay? Tell me anyway, and I'll come make you food. Okay? Want to? It's me, where everybody. Yeah, it's me. Mama said you should call. Yeah. If you're tired, that's okay. I'll let her know. Go rest. Okay. You scared me. Uh-huh. No, it's okay. Just tell me. Too thick. Well, next $1 they just tell me and I'll send you what you need. They can hear you. Alright, go rest and I'll be right back to cook you some dinner, okay? Sorry, I know this pasta, macaroni specifically. It was tiny. It was the leftover from a leftover. There actually might be more. I didn't check, but I think. Oh! Okay, I'll be right there then. Thank you. I love you. Alright guys, that was Milu. Back from outside. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So apparently, this very dangerous lizard with its very dangerous self is just mauling this poor prisoner guy who hasn't eaten. We don't know his crimes. We don't know anything about him, but yikes, what a way to go. Inez said that the fucking poison is lethal. I doubt he's gonna survive this encounter. They didn't even give him a proper weapon. He had a dagger, for fuck's sake. I don't even think the steel of the dagger would have been able to penetrate the scales of the lizard. That's so sad. Okay. And of course, the merchant council knows because there's money to be made, according to Kaz. Let's keep reading. She knew Pekka Rollins' name well. He was the reigning king of the barrel, the owner of not one but 2 gambling palaces, one luxurious, the other catering to sailors with less to line their pockets, and several of the higher-end brothels. That's so fucked up. When Nina had arrived in Ketterdam a year ago, she'd been friendless, penniless, and far from home. She'd spent the first week in the Kirch law courts, dealing with the charges against Matthias. But once her testimony was complete, she'd been unceremoniously dumped at First Harbour with just enough money to book passage back to Ravka. Desperate that she'd been to return to her country, she'd known she couldn't leave Matthias to languish in Hellgate. So this Matthias guy must be, I go now, take care, Biscuit. Thank you for coming. Don't worry, you won't miss anything in the VODs, okay? Have a good time, and thank you so much for the 5 gifted again. Mwah. Have a lovely rest of your night. Okay. Oh wait, let me drink some fucking water, bro. I forgot I needed to do that. Everybody say bye, Biscuit. Okay. But once her testimony was complete, she'd been unceremoniously dumped at First Harbour with just enough money to book passage back to Ravka. Desperate as she'd been to return to her country, she'd known she couldn't leave Matthias to languish in Hellgate. She had no idea what to do, but it seemed rumors of a new Grisha corporalnik in Ketterdam had already circulated through the city. Pekka Rawlings' men had been waiting for her at the harbour with the promise of safety and a place to stay. They'd taken her to the Emerald Palace, where Pekka himself had leaned heavily on Nina to join the sweet shop. Oh, to join the Dime Lions, and had offered to set her up in business at the sweet shop. She'd been close to saying yes, desperate for cash and terrified of the slavers who patrolled the streets. But that night, Ina had crawled through her window on the top floor of the Emerald Palace with a proposal from Kaz Brecker in hand. Nina never could figure out how Ina had managed to scale 6 rain-slick stories of stone in the middle of the night, but the Dreg's terms were far more favorable than those offered by Pekka and the Dime Lions. It was a contract that she might actually pay off in a year or 2 if she was smart with her money, and Kaz had sent the right person to argue his case. A Suli girl just a few months younger than Nina, who had grown up in Ravka and had spent a very ugly year indentured at the menagerie. We have ads in 5. What can you tell me about Per Haskell? Nina had asked that night. Not much, Ina had admitted. He's no better or worse than most of the bosses in the barrel. And Kaz Brecker, a liar, a thief, and utterly without conscience. But he'll keep to any deal you strike with him. Nina had heard the conviction in her voice. He freed you from the menagerie? There is no freedom in the barrel, only good terms. Tante Helene's girls never earn out of their contracts. She makes sure they don't. Ina had broken off then, and Nina had sensed the vibrant anger coursing through her. Cass convinced... Oh, I need to scroll down. Okay, there we go. Cass convinced Per Haskell to pay off my indenture. I would have died at the menagerie. You may still die in the dregs. Ina's dark eyes had glinted. I may, but I'll die on my own feet with a knife in my hand. The next morning, Ina had helped Nina sneak out of the Emerald Palace. They'd met with Kaz Brecker, and despite his cold ways and those strange leather gloves, she'd agreed to join the dregs and work out of the White Rose. Less than 2 days later, a girl died at the sweet shop, strangled in her bed by a customer dressed as Mr. Crimson, who was never found. Yikes. Nina had trusted Ina. I combined their names to say Nina instead of Nina. Nina, what the fuck? Okay, I need a break. There we go. Nina had trusted Ina, and she hadn't been sorry for it. Though right now, she just felt furious with everyone. She watched a group of dime lions prod the desert lizard with long spears. Apparently, the monster was sated after its meal. It ate him? It ate the fucking prisoner it killed. Apparently, the monster was sated with its meal. It allowed itself to be herded back to the tunnel, its thick body moving side to side in a lazy, sinuous roll. The crowd continued to boo as guards entered the arena to remove the prisoner's remains. Tendrils of smoke. Pardon me. Tendrils of smoke still curling from his ruined flesh. Yikes. Why are they complaining? Nina asked angrily. Isn't this what they came here for? They wanted a fight, said Kaz. They were expecting him to last longer. This is disgusting. Kaz shrugged. Only disgusting thing about it is that I didn't think of it first. These men aren't slaves, Kaz. They're prisoners. They're murderers and rapists, and thieves and con artists. Your people. Nina, sweet. They aren't forced to fight. They line up for the chance. They earn better food, private cells, liquor, yurta, conjugals with girls from West Stave, musing cracked his knuckles. Sounds better than what we got at the slap. Nina looked at the people screaming and shouting. The barkers walking the aisles taking bets. The prisoners of Hellgate might line up to fight, but Becca Rollins made the real money. Helva doesn't fight in the arena, does he? We aren't here for the ambiance, Kaz said. Beyond slappable. Are you aware that I could waggle my fingers and make you wet your trousers? Easy, hot render. I like these trousers. And if you start messing with my vital organs, Matthias Helva will never see sunshine again. Nina blew out a breath and settled for glowering at no one. Alright, so we have ads in 25 seconds. So I will move over to some words on stream, right? And then we'll come right back and continue doing this. But for now, it is time for the word game. When we finish this chapter, don't worry, we'll go straight to writing our smut. But for now, we're down to our first break, everybody. Thank you. So in the meantime, please sharpen your brains by playing this word game and enjoy the musica. Yee. See you soon. It's Grim! Why didn't anyone tell me Grim was here? Can we get a shout out for Grim, please? Thank you, Grim. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Senti, for doing your hardest. I see this game was making Joe crash out. And Grim as well at one point. Lucy, can you burn this damn game? I would love to burn this game. Trust me. There's a reason I don't play it no more. It's rage bait. It's honestly rage bait. You can lash the game if you want, if it makes you feel better, Joe. Senti's been whooping my ass. Yeah, Senti whoops all our ass when it comes to this game. Sorry. When Senti plays, I honestly just let them do what they need to do. Because there's no point. They're the master when it comes to this game. They really, really are. I'm just eating the last of my chocolate while this game rounds up. Got myself some juice as well. We're ready, guys. We're ready. Not cute. I'll literally stop playing right now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't need to do that. Okay. Thank you so much for your hard work, guys. Chewing ASMR? Who knows? Maybe. Apologies for the long break, but you know how it is. So from where we stopped, it seems as if Matthias, the guy we're out to jailbreak, probably fights in the arena like all these people. Like, and the prisoners live in horrible conditions, and for just a chance at better conditions, they enlist in these fights to the deaths with these beasts and creatures. Very dangerous beasts and creatures that people pay to see, essentially. And they come in masks. I have a very popular play called the Comédie Brute. So the cast of this play wear masks, and everybody who's a guest comes donning those masks, and they, once a week, they essentially place their bets and pay to, kind of like the Gladiator, they pay to watch these people either die at the hands of these awful beasts or kill these awful beasts. And in return, these prisoners get benefits. They get like a better cell. You know, they get conjugal visits from paid sex workers. They get jewelry, better food, access to medicine and healthcare. Wow, this sounds familiar. I wonder what it is. Oh yes, capitalism. I'm kidding. All right, let's continue. But yeah, Nina is very right. It's disgusting. And let's hope her friend Matthias, the way she's fighting for Matthias, I have a suspicion he's either a former lover or like her brother or something. He's some sort of familial relation or like a family friend. Or, thank you for the lurk, Senti Wenty. Or he's like a former lover, because she said that she came over to this country to get him out of jail. Like she gave testimony in the court, and they didn't listen to her because clearly he's still in jail. And that's when she got the job at the dregs. Someone almost added her to a brothel, but Kaz came to her and was like, work for me instead. So yeah. Okay, let's keep reading. Where did we stop? Okay, we're over here. Okay, over there. Nina blew out a breath and settled for glowering at no one. Nina, Ina murmured, don't you start on me. It will all work out. Like Kaz does what he does best. He's horrible but effective. Being angry at Kaz for being ruthless is like being angry at a stove for being hot. You know what he is. Nina crossed her arms. I'm mad at you too. Me? Why? I don't know yet. I just am. Nina gave Nina's hand a brief squeeze and after a moment, Nina squeezed back. She sat through the next fight in a daze, and the next. She told herself she was ready for this, to see him again, to see him here in this brutal place. After all, she was a Grisha and a soldier of the Second Army. She'd seen worse. But when Matthias emerged from the mouth of the cave below, she knew she'd been wrong. Nina recognized him instantly. Every night of the past year, she had fallen asleep thinking of Matthias's face. There was no mistaking the gilded brows, the sharp cut of his cheekbones, but Kaz hadn't lied. Matthias was much changed. The boy who looked back at the crowd with fury in his eyes was a stranger. Nina remembered the first time she'd seen Matthias in the moonlit Kadish wood. His beauty had seemed unfair to her. In another life, she might have believed he was coming to rescue her. A shining savior with golden hair and eyes, the pale blue of northern glaciers. But she'd known the truth of him by the language he spoke, and by the disgust on his face every time his eyes lighted on her. Matthias Helva was a Druskel, one of the Yerden witch hunters tasked with hunting down Grisha to face trial and execution, though to her he'd always resembled a warrior saint, illuminated in gold. Oh wow, so they do have history. She thinks of him as beautiful. What book is this? It's called Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo of the Grisha Verse series. So this is one book out of a duology. It's Six of Crows followed by Crooked Kingdom. We have both books and we'll be working through both of them for the rest of however long it takes to work through them. But it's gonna take a while. This book alone has like 50 something chapters. Wait, no, 45, 46 chapters. Yep. Wait, this is the last. Yeah, it's got 46 chapters, 490 pages, and each chapter is an average of 15 to 27 pages, so it's crazy. Thanks, we'll be buying, of course. It looks like this, by the way, if you want. Oh god, I'm about to regret this, but it's okay. It kind of looks like this, so. Okay, you know what? I'm a baka. I didn't need to do that. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, bum. All right. So I have it here, I think. Huh? It's gone. Oh, it's gone. Oh, I'm a baka. That's not the right one. I think it's this one. Is that the one? No, it's that one. You know what? I can show you what it looks like, but I'm too lazy. Sorry. Lamau. So, okay, let's continue. It's very interesting. I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's keep reading it together. I'll find it. It's fine. Yeah, I was just trying to be useful. Actually, I can just quickly do something right now. Give me a second. Let me cook. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm cooking. Just give me. Okay. Booyah. There we go. That's what it looks like. Isn't it hot? Doesn't it look sexy? That's what it looks like. It's so good looking. Booyah. This is the book we're reading. It apparently had a Netflix adaptation, but I refuse to watch Netflix adaptations. So this is what it looks like. Got it? Awesome. Okay. I'm glad to have helped. Okay, let me get rid of the image. It's called Six of Crows JPEG. Or Six of Crows cover, rather. And then I can just hide it. I'm a baka! No! I'm a baka! A baka is me! Okay, never mind. I got it. Ooh. Okay, now I will delete it. Or rather, I'll just hide it. Alright, let's get back to reading, everybody. Sometimes I don't know what comes out of my mouth, but whatever. I've learned to stop questioning it. Anyways, so this guy is apparently, the history they have is that he's a Fjerden Grisha hunter. So we know already from the setup that we've been given that Yerdens are Grisha hunters. they hate magic users, right? They hate magicians, so they hunt them down and bring them back for execution. So this guy Matthias was a Druskel, which is what these people are called, right? Witch hunters, Yerden witch hunters. And she had thought he was fine as hell, and he just wanted to drag her back for execution. I'm guessing it probably wasn't like that, like no sane woman. And Nina does sound like a reasonable, practical girl. And no reasonable, practical girl will fall for a guy who literally wants to drag her to her death and hates her guts. So I'm guessing it was like an enemies to lovers type thing that they had going on. He originally was meant to hunt her down, but over the course of him chasing her, he began to chase her in a different way. He began to chase her ass instead of chasing her ass, if you know what I mean. He was supposed to bring her back, but he fell in love instead, and she fell for him too. But somehow, somewhere, things went wrong. He got arrested. She tried to testify on his behalf, but obviously she didn't succeed because he's still in prison, right? And apparently, ever since she was employed with Kaz Brecca, the leader of the gangs, the Dregs, she's been begging Kaz to break him out of prison. But Kaz has always said it was too risky. But now, Kaz needs someone who knows the inside of the ice court. And don't forget where the ice court is located. In Yerda, where Matthias is from. So now he has a reason to break out Matthias, because he wants to do it for the heist he's about to pull, to rescue, quote-unquote, Boyul Bayur, the creator of Yorda Parem, which is the drug that they're feeding these magic users that pretty much makes them bend the laws of physics. Or the laws of magic in this case. Let's continue. Okay. Okay. Matthias Helva was a Druskel, one of the Yerden witch hunters, tasked with hunting down Grisha to face trial and execution. Though to her, he'd always resembled a warrior saint, illuminated in gold. Now, he looked like what he truly was, a killer. His bare torso seemed hewn from steel, and though she knew it was impossible, he seemed bigger, as if the very structure of his body had changed. His skin had been gilded honey, now it was fish belly white beneath the grime. And his hair, he'd had such beautiful hair, thick and golden, worn long in the way of Yerden soldiers. Now, like the other prisoners, his head had been shaved, probably to prevent lice. Whichever guard had done it had made a mess of the job. Even from this distance, she could see the cuts and nicks on his scalp, and little strips of blonde stubble in the places the razor had missed. And yet, he was beautiful still. Damn, she likes him, bro. She's in deep. It's been years, apparently, and she's still thinking of him in these very flowery, rose-colored lenses language. Anyways, he glared at the crowd and gave the wheel a hard spin that nearly knocked it off its base. Tick, 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 tick. Snakes, tiger, bear, boar. The wheel ticked merrily along, then slowed, and finally stopped. No, Nina said when she saw where the needle was pointing. It could be worse, said Musen. Could have landed on the desert lizard again. She grabbed Kaz's arm through his cloak and felt his muscles tense. You have to stop this. Let go of me, Nina. His gravel-rough voice was low, but she sensed real menace in it. She dropped her hand. Please, you don't understand. If he survives, I'll take Matthias Helver out of this place tonight, but this part is up to him. Nina gave a frustrated shake of her head. You don't get it. The guard unbolted Matthias's shackles, and as soon as the chains dropped into the sand, he leaped onto the ladder with the announcer to be lifted to safety. The crowd screamed and stamped, but Matthias stood silent, unmoving, even when the gate opened, even when the wolves charged out of the tunnel, 3 of them, snarling and snapping, tumbling over one another to get to him. My guy has to fight 3 fucking hungry ass wolves, bro? That doesn't seem fair. What is he supposed That doesn't seem fair at all. 3 wolves? That guy only had 1 desert lizard. Apparently he gets 3 wolves. Maybe because he wins his matches a lot, so they're trying to make the stakes more exciting or something stupid like that. That's still unfair. And apparently he can't fight wolves because Nina keeps trying to tell Kaz something. Anyways, at the last second, yes, okay, so at the last second, what the fuck, where am I? Oh, at the last second, Matthias dropped into a crouch, knocking the first wolf into the dirt, then rolling right to pick up the bloodied knife the previous combatant had left in the sand. He sprang to his feet, blade held out before him, but Nina could sense his reluctance. His head was cocked to one side, and the look in his blue eyes was pleading, as if he was trying to engage the 2 wolves circling him in some silent negotiation. Whatever the plea might have been, it went unheard. The wolf on the right lunged. Matthias crouched low and spun, lodging his knife in the wolf's belly. It gave a miserable yelp, and Matthias seemed to shudder at the sound. It cost him precious seconds. The 3rd wolf was on him, knocking him to the sand. Its teeth sank into his shoulder. He rolled, taking the wolf with him. The wolf's jaws snapped and Matthias caught them. He wrenched them apart, the muscles of his arms flexing, his face grim. Nina squeezed her eyes shut. There was a sickening crack. The crowd roared. Matthias kneeled over the wolf. Its jaw was broke. Did this guy just break a wolf's jaw with his bare hands? Who is this nigga? Hercules? What the fuck? He just broke this wolf's jaw with his bare hands, guys. After slashing it, by the way. Matthias kneeled over the wolf. Its jaw was broken, and it lay on the ground, twitching in pain. Oh, it's not dead yet. He reached for a rock and slammed it hard onto the poor animal's skull. It went still, and Matthias's shoulders slumped. The people howled, stomping their feet. Only Nina knew that this was costing him, that he'd been a Driscoll. Wolves were sacred to his kind, bred for battle like their enormous horses. They were friends and companions, fighting side by side with their Driscoll masters. Oh, this has an extra layer. That was why she was so concerned when it landed on the wolves. It wasn't because she was scared for his safety, though I'm sure that was part of it. But apparently, in Yerlan culture, for Driscolls especially, which Matthias used to be, wolves are sacred animals. So this must hurt on a different layer, a different level for him. And it already seems that he's been hardened by the prison. So the fact that this still hurts means that this is really like a huge deal for them in their culture. My juice is so juicy. I love it. Okay. The first wolf had recovered and was circling. Move, Matthias, she thought desperately. He got to his feet, but his movements were slow, weary. His heart wasn't in this fight. His opponents were grey wolves, rangy and wild, but cousins to the white wolves of the year of the north. Matthias had no knife, only the bloody rock in his hand, and the remaining wolf prowled the arena between him and the pile of weapons. The wolf lowered its head and bared its teeth. Matthias dove left. The wolf lunged, sinking its teeth into his side. He grunted and hit the ground hard. For a moment, Nina thought he might simply give in and let the wolf take his life. Then he reached out, hands scrabbling through the sand, searching for something. His fingers closed over the shackles that had bound his wrists. Oh my god. Huh? Okay, there it was. I'm just gonna scroll. He seized them. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, there. He seized them, looped the chain across the wolf's throat, and pulled, the veins in his neck cording from the strain. His bloody face was pressed against the wolf's ruff, his eyes tightly shut, his lips moving. What was he saying? A Driscoll prayer? A farewell? The wolf's hind legs scrabbled at the sand. Its eyes rolled, frightened whites showing bright against its matted fur. A high whine rose from its chest, and then it was over. The creature's body stilled. Both fighters lay unmoving in the sand. Matthias kept his eyes closed, his face still buried in the creature's fur. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he was crying. The crowd thundered its approval. The ladder was lowered, and the announcer sprang down, hauling Matthias to his feet and grabbing his wrists to raise his hand in victory. The announcer gave him a little nudge, and Matthias lifted his head. Nina caught her breath. Tears streaked the dirt on Matthias' face. I called it! He is crying, poor dear. Tears streaked the dirt. Oh, this is such a hard read, but like only because I'm imagining how bad it'd be if I was forced to kill a sacred animal to survive, you know? Tears streaked the dirt on Matthias' face. The rage was gone, and it was like some flame had gone out with it. His North Sea eyes were colder than she'd ever seen them, empty of feeling, stripped of anything human at all. This was what Hellgate had done to him, and it was all her fault. The guards took hold of Matthias again, pulling the shackles from the wolf's throat and clapping them back onto his wrists. As he was led away, the crowd chanted their disapproval, clamoring, "More! More!" "Where are they taking him?" Nina asked, voice trembling. "To a cell to sleep off the fight," Kaz said. "Who will see to his injuries?" "They have medics. We'll wait to make sure he's alone." "I could heal him," she thought. But a darker voice rose in her, rich with mocking. "Not even you can be that foolish, Nina. No healer can cure that boy. You made sure of it." What does that mean? What does that mean? Did she do something to him in his past that makes it so he can't be healed or touched by magic? I just feel like that sentence was a bit like it was a bit of an insinuation to something in the past. I don't know what it was though. Well, it don't matter. I could heal him, she thought. Okay, yeah, you made sure of it. We've read that part. Cool. Let me just scroll. Good. She thought she would leap from his skin as the minutes burned away. The others watched the next fight, Muzin avidly, flexing his fingers and speculating on the outcome. Ines silent and still as a statue. Kaz inscrutable as always, scheming away behind that hideous mask. Nina slowed her own breathing, forced her pulse lower, trying to calm herself, but she could do nothing to mute the riot in her head. Finally, Kaz gave her a nudge. "Ready, Nina? The guard first." She cast a glance at the prison guard standing by the archway. "How down?" It was a barrel turn of phrase. "How badly do you want him hurt?" "Shut eye." In other words, knock him out, but don't actually hurt him. They followed Kaz to the arch through which they'd entered. The rest of the crowd took little notice, eyes focused on the fighting below. "Need your escort?" the guard asked as they approached. "I had a question," said Kaz. Beneath her cape, Nina lifted her hands, sensing the flow of blood in the guard's veins, the tissue of his lungs. "About your mother and whether the rumors are true." Nina's felt the guard's pulse leap in size. "Never can make it easy, can you, Kaz?" The guard stepped forward, lifting his gun. "What did you say?" His eyelids drooped. "You don't." Nina dropped his pulse, and he toppled forward. Muzin grabbed him before he could fall as Ines swept him into the cloak Kaz had been wearing just moments before. Nina was only mildly surprised to see that Kaz was wearing a prison guard's uniform beneath it. "Couldn't you have just asked him the time or something?" Nina said. "Where did you get that uniform?" Okay, let's keep going. "And where did you get that uniform?" Ines lit the Madame's. Oh, the madman. I don't know why I read Madame. Crazy. Okay, let's continue. Oh my god, am I still live? Wait. Checking. Everything seems to be okay. It says I'm still live, so I guess I'm still live. That's good. That's wonderful. Yay. Twitch inspector says I'm okay, which is fine. Alright, let's continue, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why I was acting like a weirdo. Anyways. Okay. There I am. Ines slid the madman's mask down over the guard's face, and Musen threw his arm around him, holding him up as if the guard had been drinking too much. They deposited him on one of the benches pressed against the back wall. Kaz tugged on the sleeves of his uniform. Nina, people love to give up authority to men in nice clothes. I have uniforms for the Star Watch, the Harbor Police, and the library of every merch mansion on the Geldstraat. Let's go. They slipped down the passageway. Instead of turning back the way they'd come, they moved counterclockwise around the old tower, the wall of the arena vibrating with voices and stomping feet to their left. The guards posted at each archway paid them little more than a glance, though a few nodded at Kaz, who kept a brisk pace, his face buried in his collar. Nina was so deep in thought that she nearly missed it when Kaz held up a hand for them to slow. They'd rounded a bend between two archways and were under cover of deep shadow. Ahead of them, a medic was emerging from a cell accompanied by guards, one carrying a lantern. He'll sleep through the night, the medic said. Make sure he drinks something in the morning and check his pupils. I had to give him a powerful sleeping draft. As the men moved off in the opposite direction, Kaz gestured his group forward. The door in the rock was solid iron, broken only by a narrow slot through which to pass the prisoners' meals. Kaz bent to the lock. Nina eyed the crude iron door. This place is barbaric. Most of the better fighters sleep in the old tower, Kaz replied. Keeps them away from the rest of the population. Now we scroll. Nina glanced left and right to where bright lights spilled from the arena entryways. There were guards standing in those doorways, distracted maybe, but all one needed to do was turn his head. If they were caught here, would the guards bother giving them over to the Star Watch for trial? Or would they simply force them into the ring to be eaten by a tiger? Maybe something less dignified, she thought bleakly. A swarm of angry voles. It took Kaz a few quick heartbeats to pick the lock. The door creaked open and they slipped inside. The cell was pitch black. A brief moment passed and the cold green glow of a bone light flickered to life beside her. Ina held the little glass sphere aloft. The substance inside was made from the dried and crushed bodies of luminous deep-sea fishes. They were common among crooks in the barrel who didn't want to get caught in a dark alley, but couldn't be bothered to lug around lanterns. At least it's clean, Nina thought as her eyes adjusted to the room. Barren and icy cold, but not filthy. She saw a pallet of horse blankets and two buckets placed against the wall, one with a bloody cloth peeking over the rim. This was what the men of Hellgate competed for. A private cell, a blanket, clean water, and a bucket for waste. Guys, those are the prison benefits they're putting their lives on the line for. That means whatever their current situation is, it is horrendous. If they're putting their lives on the line for a private cell with a bucket to poop and pee and fucking God and clean water with a blanket, that's fucked. They're not even like competing for reduced sentences. No, it's just straight up better living conditions, quote unquote. But the better living conditions look like this. You know what I'm saying? It's let's keep going. Okay, there it is. Okay, Matthias slept with his back to the wall. Even in the dim illumination of the bone light, she could see his face was starting to swell. Some kind of ointment had been smeared over his wounds. Calendula. She recognized the smell. Nina moved towards him, but Kaz stopped her with a hand on her arm. Let Ina assess the damage. Nina began. I need you to work on Musin. Nina tossed Kaz the crow-headed cane she must have been hiding beneath her grey imp costume, and kneeled over Matthias's body with the bone light. Musin stepped forward. He removed his cloak and shirt, and the madman's mask. His head was shaved, and he wore prison-issue trousers. Nina looked at Matthias, then back to Musin, grasping what Kaz had in mind. The two boys were about the same height and the same build, but that was where the similarities ended. You can't possibly mean for Musin to take Matthias's place. He isn't here for his sparkling conversation, Kaz replied. You'll need to reproduce Helva's injuries. Nina, what's the inventory? Ads again? What on earth? Alright guys, I don't want us to miss anything. I'm just gonna run an ad right now. Cool? We'll be right here. Let me increase the music so we can just jam out for a bit. How long is this going to take? Quite a bit, apparently. Let's just wait for the ads. Okay, let's just wait for them to finish. Oh, I just realized I'm not even like listening to the music. I've reduced the volume of my headphones so I can hear the background music. It was probably clashing with whatever the fuck I was just doing. So I will just increase it so I can hear it. And then we can just vibe to it. Why am I feeling eepy? What the fuck? What time is it? It's just 9. I need to hurry this up so we can write porn. Or at least so we can start writing the porn. Alright, ads are over. Let's get back to it. Nice. Alright, so bruised knuckles. Oh, Ina, what's the inventory? Bruised knuckles, chipped tooth, 2 broken ribs, Ina said. 3rd and 4th on the left. His left or your left? His left. This isn't going to work, Nina said in frustration. I can match the damage to Elba's body, but I'm not a good enough tailor to make Musin look like him. Just trust me, Nina. I wouldn't trust you to tie my shoes without stealing the laces, Kaz. She peered at Musin's face. Even if I swell him up, he'll never pass. Tonight, Matthias Helva, or rather Arjun Musin, is going to appear to contract firepox, the lupine strain, carried by wolves and dogs alike. Tomorrow morning, when his guards discover him so covered in pustules that he is unrecognizable, he will be quarantined for a month to see if he survives the fever and to outwait the contagion. Meanwhile, Matthias will be with us. Get it? You want me to make Musin look like he has firepox? Yes, and do it quickly, Nina, because in about 10 minutes, things are going to get very hectic around here. Nina stared at him. What was Kaz planning? No matter what I do to him, it won't last a month. I can't give him a permanent fever. My contact in the infirmary will make sure he stays sick enough. We just need him to get through diagnosis. Now get to work. Well, sure works fast. This is a good plan, guys. This is a really good plan. Okay, let's see. Nina looked Musin up and down. This is going to hurt just as much as if you'd been in the fight yourself, she warned. He scrunched up his face, bracing for the pain. I can take it. She rolled her eyes and lifted her hands, concentrating. With a sharp slice in her right hand over her left, she snapped Muzin's ribs. He let out a grunt and doubled over. That's a good boy, said Kaz, taking it like a champion. Knuckles next, then face. Nina spread bruises and cuts over Muzin's knuckles and arms, matching the wounds to Inez's descriptions. I've never seen firepox up close, Nina said. She was only familiar with illustrations from books they'd used in their anatomy training at the Little Palace. Count yourself lucky, Kaz said grimly. Hurry it up. She worked from memory, swelling and cracking the skin on Muzin's face and chest, raising blisters until the swelling and pustules was so bad that he was truly unrecognizable. The big man moaned. Why would you agree to this? Nina murmured. The swollen flesh of Muzin's face quivered, and Nina thought he might be trying to smile. Money was good, he said thickly. She sighed. Why else did anyone do anything in the barrel? Good enough to get locked up in Hellgate? Cass tapped his cane on the cell floor. Stop making trouble, Nina. If Helva cooperates, he and Muzin will both have their freedom just as soon as the job is done. And if he doesn't, then Helva gets locked back in the cell, and Muzin still gets paid. And I'll take him to breakfast at the Cooperum. Can I have waffles? Muzin mumbled. We'll all have waffles. And whiskey. If this job doesn't come off, no one's going to want me around to be sober. What? No one's going to want to be around me sober. Ah. Finished, Nina? I don't know why I read that the way I read it. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Finished, Nina? Nina nodded, and Nina took her place to bandage Muzin to look like Matthias. Alright, said Kaz. Get Helva on his feet. Nina crouched beside Matthias as Kaz stood over her with the bone light. Even in sleep, Matthias's features were troubled, his pale brows furrowed. She let her hands travel over the bruised line of his jaw, resisting the urge to linger there. Not the face, Nina. I need him mobile, not pretty. Heal him fast and only enough to get him walking for now. I don't want him spry enough to vex us. Nina lowered the blankets and went to work. Just another body, she told herself. She was always getting late-night calls from Kaz to heal wounded members of the Dregs who he didn't want to bring around to any legitimate medic. Girls with stabbing punctures, boys with broken legs or bullets lodged inside them, victims of a scuffle with the Stodwatch or another gang. Pretend it's Muzin, she told herself, or Big Bolliger or some other fool. You don't know this boy. And it was true. The boy she knew might have been the scaffold, but something new had been built upon it. She touched his shoulder gently. Helva, she said. He didn't stir. Matthias. A lump rose in her throat, and she felt the ache of tears threatening. She pressed a kiss to his temple. She knew that Kaz and the others were watching and that she was making an idiot of herself. But after so long, he was finally here, in front of her, and so very broken. Matthias, she repeated. Nina? His voice was raw but as lovely as she remembered. Oh, saints, Matthias, she whispered. Please wake up. His eyes opened, groggily, palest blue. Nina, he said softly. His knuckles brushed her cheek. His rough hand cupped her face tentatively, disbelievingly. Nina? Her eyes filled with tears. Shh, Matthias, we're here to get you out. Before she could blink, he had hold of her shoulders and had pinned her to the ground. Nina, he growled. Then his hands closed over her throat. And that brings us to the end of chapter 6 and the end of part 1, everybody. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This actually deserves a mother-fricking round of applause. We just finished chapter 6 and the first part of 6 of CROWS. Applause, please. We did wonderfully well. We did wonderfully well. Thank you so very fucking much for paying attention and for sitting through and all of that. You did well. So yeah, they do have some sort of fucked up history. Because as soon as he confirmed to himself that he wasn't dreaming, he tried to strangle my girl. So there's definitely some sort of bad blood between them. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely some bad blood between them. Now let's look up at the freaking, because there's stuff we should. I want us to look at the map again to specifically check out where Yerda is. So where Matthias is from, and Rafka, where Nina is from, right? And because Yerden's Druskels hunt Grisha, and it's been implied several times throughout the text that Grisha are mostly from what do you call it? Rafka. All right, so this is the country map. This is Rafka over here in the middle right, and Yerda is right on top. So they're border nations, right? They're border nations. The top nation, Yerda, is hunting down the middle nation, and the middle nation, Rafka, just went through a civil war, right? They just went through a civil war, which is why there was an outpouring of Grisha into several other countries, selling themselves up as indentures, aka slaves, right? With terms to their with terms and deadlines to their indenture servitude, essentially. So in order to escape the civil war going on in Rafka, a lot of Grisha, right, a lot of Rafkans who are Grisha, who have powers, flowed everywhere into, and as well as into Kerch, right? And we see that with Nina, we see that with what was her name, Anya and Yuri and all of the others that we've met so far in the text. And we're supposed to somehow go from Kerch, so this island in the middle bottom of the map, all the way to Novi Zem, top left. Wait, no, not to Novi Zem, to Yerda, top right, because that's where the ice court is. This court, and as you can see, Matthias was a Druskel, right? And this is the ice court, and you can see in the bottom right, Druskel sector. So that's probably the barracks where they stay. And Druskels are elite witch hunters that hunt with fucking wolves. And their whole thing is to hunt down Grisha or magic users. So this is what I wanted us to see. This is the court that they're trying to break into, by the way, to rescue the guy who's doing Yurda. That's crazy. It's so fortified. Oh, I've only seen forts like this in games and shit. Alright, but that's it for the reading. Let me bring up the page where I'm going to be writing smut. Fan fiction. Yeah. The thing about fan fiction is that I at least need to know a little bit about what the fuck I'm writing, guys. And the only couples that I saw that I knew anything about, well, I guess I'll let y'all know. But first of all, I have arrived. Oh, welcome. We just finished chapter 6. And boy, oh boy, are things getting interesting. Welcome back, though, Jester. We finished chapter 6 and part 1 of the book. So we have done very well for ourselves. Now we're about to get started. You have such timing. Why is it that you arrived as soon as I said it was time for us to start writing the porn, huh? You're so sus. Okay. Let's see. That's crazy. I don't even have a... Yo, that's crazy. Okay. I need to... Give me 1 second. I need to find something here. That'll be my window capture. Yep. There it is. Wow, the way it's hiding literally everything. Okay. decided. Okay, now you guys can see. What a fun sequence of coincidences. Yes, of course. Let's call it that. Coincidence. I can read you like a book, Jester. Okay, guys. So, according to the Discord that I am now checking for our fig prompts, for specifically our, not fig prompts, but specifically these are our couples, right? These guys. What the flying fuck? Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. These are our couples. Novelet and Ryathusi. I never know how to say his name, so that's just what I call him. Al-Haytham and Kave. Kate Vi, Yemiko, and A. Jinchi and Sanhua. So, considering my recent foray into Wuwa, I think I get enough of Jinchi and Sanhua's dynamic, and because they're fresh in my mind, it'll probably be easy to write them. But I'm also favoring Kate Vi as well as Al-Hatham and Kave, right? And this is simply because I was a huge fan of Al-Hatham. I didn't get into where's he from? The Greenland is all I remember to call it. And Genshin Impact when everybody else was getting into it. So especially when their VAs were getting really popular and people were shipping them together. That's not when I got into it. I got into it way after that because I played Genshin Impact like a weirdo, like someone on crack, and I was just doing everything out of order on purpose because I couldn't give a fuck. But eventually, Al-Hatham was a character I still own. If I still got my Genshin Impact if I still have my Genshin Impact account, then I still have Al-Hatham, right? And he was one of my favorite characters. He was one of my favorite Dendro characters. Yes, he was a Dendro user. And I just really, eventually, because he was my favorite, I just saw a lot of fan art of him and Kave. So I can write Al-Hatham and Kave. I can write Kate Vi. I can write Jinchi and Sanhua. Now, all of you, wake up. Wake up. If you're sleeping, wake up. Wake up now. Quickly. Yeah, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Quickly, I need your help. Which of these three am I writing? I can write either of them. I'm so awake. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who are sleeping. Those in the background who are falling asleep to my beautiful voice. I understand. Wake up now. I need your help. It's time to write porn. I mean, fan fiction. Papa Twitch, please. I beg. I'm joking. I'm watching on 360p, so I can't read. Damn, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. Time to make a poll. I just need to make sure that everybody else is around for this, so I don't make a poll for literally just one person. I just need to know, am I writing Kate Vi? I can do Kate Vi's dynamic. I never finished Arcane though. But the ones I'm really comfortable with is Al-Hatham and Kave, and I can do Jinchi and Sanhua. Because I just recently got into Wuwa, so I can so I still remember some of their lore and stuff. So, which one am I freaking writing about? I could also... Maybe I should do a poll anyways. Let me just start writing down the questions, bro, because life is funny like that. Alright. Poll. Who do you wanna see bone on stream? Al-Hatham X Kave. Kate Vi. Oh my god. What about J Vic? I'm gonna put J Vic there just because. So we'll have two of each. Never mind, I'm a liar. Jinchi and Jinchi? Is that how to spell Jinchi? I don't think I spelled it right for some reason. Oh, it's gin. Ah. Huh? No, it's G. Wait. It's gin and then HSI. Okay. Bruh, I can't spell to save my life. Okay, Jinsi X Sanhua. I like that one. That's the one I'm favoring. And then I'll hey fam, bro. The way I misspelled everything. I'm sick. Save me. Take me away. A secret place. I'm pretty sure it was all her thing though. Where's the poll? I am still typing it. Be patient. Please, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience. I feel like we need one more Yuri pairing. I feel it's just okay. No, wait. We have 2 Yuri pairings and 2. You know what? This is fine by me. Okay, how many minutes do we want to make it? Let's make it 5 minutes just in case people come in. Low, and we can allow additional votes for 200 trinkets. Start poll. All right, guys. Vote wisely. Choose Weasley. Choose Weasley, and by that I mean choose wisely. There's your poll. Enjoy. Everybody wake up! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. Just, I need your help for the, for the poll. So, that was me waking you up if you were asleep. Can I vote twice? Yes, but you're going to have to pay 200 trinkets. And as long as you got that money, no problem. I don't see no problem with that. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Alethame and tricky choices, exactly. If you know me, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I am notoriously indecisive. So I'm more than happy to pass on the responsibilities to you guys. You know? After all, this was all your doing, so why should I suffer alone for it? It's all you. Yep. It's all you. Oh, I love the way my boobies bounce. Boogie on down. Bro, I don't even have to move a lot. I just go 1, 2, and they are flying out of my chest. Look at that. Look at that. It's only so happy to exist. I can hear the boyoyoing sound. I voted both. Good for you. Now wake up all your friends so they can vote too. If not, I'm literally just going to be writing for you today. Maybe I should have had the poll in the beginning of stream. Then we read 6 of Crows. And then after 6 of Crows, we would have known exactly what to do. So we would have just gotten straight into it instead of this. But yeah, accidentally voted for Jinshi twice, so you can -1. Okay, I will do that. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for being honest and for letting me know. Thanks. I want to blink so bad. My eyes be hurting. In the meantime, let me work on prompts. Should I do like some sort of modern AU? Meet cute. Coffee shop AU. 5+1 thing. I think 5+1 things is good. What the fuck is that? I try to write words, but it gave me cuss word. 5+1 things. So these are all fanfiction terminology for those who don't know. I'm sure some of them are very self-explanatory. Modern AU, it's pretty much, oh, they're in the modern world, you know, with us. The big 2025 or 2020 or whichever year. They're just in the modern world. Meet cute. They meet for the first time and fall in love. Coffee shop AU. That one's very obvious. It's a coffee shop AU for fuck's sake. Why I misspell coffee like this? It looks like coffee. Then 5+1 things is 5 things that something didn't know. It's very obvious. I can't tag Crows, but I'm making it regardless. I'll tag him for you. Just write it and I'll tag him. CROWS at writing? At writer. Okay. There's a writer role. At reader? There's no reader role. I have fucked up immensely. I am a horrible human being. That's crazy. Anyway, I've done it. They have been tagged. Thanks, Jester. The way I could have just done that myself, but I didn't even bother. Anyways, so I think I think what will be easy is a 5+1. I think I'll do a 5+1 thing. Right, so I'm just gonna highlight that. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Highlight it in green. I'm gonna do a 5+1 things, and I'm gonna make it. It has to be fluffy, so it'll be like 5 times. Okay, so it should be like a man. Oh my god! Do you know what idea busts if I did like a spin the wheel, but for fanfiction tropes? Oh my god, that would eat edit wheel online. It would be like, it would be the wheel for fanfiction tropes. Oh my god, yes. So meet cute, got modern AU, coffee shop AU, 5+1 things, smut, angst, fluff, now for the combinations: smut and fluff, hurt no comfort, hurt with comfort. Now for the 2 different type of PWPs. PWP, porn with plot. Second PWP, porn with no plot. Porn without plot, pretty much. Porn without plot. We can do a sex pollen one. Guys, I'm just saying words, aren't I? We can do a fantasy AU. I love fantasy AUs if it's not already a fantasy AU. What else? Guys, fanfiction people. Yuri! Welcome back, Cindy. A poll has ended. Oh my god, who won? I didn't even notice. Guys, why don't you tell me these things? So, who won? 3. Who was 3? I hate it when it does that. I don't know who 3 was. Okay, so it says 3 was Kate Vi. Kate Vi won? No, wait. No, I'm blind. Oh, it was J Vic? Really? Unfortunately, Senti, it was not Yuri that won. Oh no, wait. This guy said that he voted for Jinshi twice. Wait, it was Jinshi Senhua. Bisky! Hi! Did you come back for the porn? I respect that. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. It was, how was it? How did 3 win? Am I stupid? People are saying Jinhee has Sanwa. I just ate and played with new puppy. New puppy. Pupper. Doggo. Please show pictures in Discord. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are blessed and loved. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, and the title will be, what fanfiction trope are we writing about today? Are we using? Okay. Close. So I've put meet cute, modern AU, coffee shop AU, 5+1 things, smut, angst, fluff, smut and fluff. Oh, and there's also angst with a happy ending. And then there is okay. There's so much more. The way I need to. Okay, Sanhua. It seems like Sanhua actually won. I just ate and played with new puppy. Yeah, like I had 2 votes for Jinshi, but then there was someone else who voted, and everybody also wants the Yuri. You know what? Yeah, got it. So Jinshi and the other one it is. I forgot what, and Sanhua. Why did I say the other one? Shit. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna just quickly open my AO3 to look for more tropes. Guys, give me 1 second. Wow, look at me. I was already reading the fic, so I just need to check out. Ooh. Very explicit. Anyways. Lamau, giggle giggle, laugh laugh, so funny. Blah, 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 blah. There's angst. There is there's freeform. Freeform is pretty much just there's explicit sexual content, but that's already like taken care of with the smut and the porn with plot and porn without plot. Okay, so we can go with which one haven't I put here? That was scary. Oh, slow burn. There's no way I can do slow burn on stream, but I'm gonna add it anyways. Slow burn and freeform. Okay, where the fuck is the page that I'm working on? Where is it? Yes. Slow burn. Freeform. Oh, I'm in my happy place, guys. I'm in my happy place. I'm so happy. I'm so at home. I feel so at ease. Okay. I never thought I would do this on stream, but holy sheet, you know. Holy sheet. There's enemies to lovers. I cannot believe I did not put enemies to lovers. Friends to lovers. What the fuck? Why can't I spend friends of a sudden? Okay. Then there was only one bed. Very popular. Then there is sorry. Sorry, I'm just I'm getting extremely excited. My brain is beginning to think of things. Okay. I'm thinking more of I'm just looking, I'm just thinking. I'll start soon, I promise. Don't worry. Just wait for me. Just wait for me. Just wait for me. Just wait for me. There's they switch. You don't need to know what that one means, but you probably already know, so it's fine. There's monster fucking, and then there is soulmate AU. Oh, soulmate AU is so good. I love soulmate AUs. I love them. I love them, especially in a certain fandom that I will not mention because you guys would destroy me. I don't know if this is safe for me to put on Twitch. Let's just keep it PG. Let's keep it PG. Let's just keep it PG. Y'all didn't see anything. Someone obliviate chat right now. Quickly. Obliviate everybody. I don't think you guys saw that anyway, so we're safe. We're okay. We're good. We're Gucci. We're grand. Oh no, I've run out of space. I did too much. Text size has to be a lot smaller. So I'll leave it at 8. Yes, this makes more sense. We're doing good. Dum. Oh, I forgot the most important. How could I? ABO dynamics. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't believe I forgot our alpha, beta, omegas. I'm sick. I forgot all about ABO dynamics. This is why I said I needed to open AO3 to quickly just look through what I was missing. The rest are too kinky or just too suspicious. Too sus to put on stream, and I don't want to get banned. I think I can do one more. Arranged marriage AU. Yeah, so there's not much left to do. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think we've done it. I think we're good. Or there's like fake pretend relationship. So as you can tell, I'm a fanfiction girly. A bit too much of a fanfiction girly, actually. I don't apologize for it. I'm not sorry. Why would I be sorry? I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Okay, this is enough. I think we've done enough. If I add any more, there's just not going to be enough space. And then we're going to make it even smaller. 1 slice repeat. No slice repeat. Okay, we're good. This is great. And I've already settled on 5+1 things. I need one more thing to make it good, right? Just one more to settle, right? So let's do that, okay? I'll just spin it once. Looks like pizza. A modern AU 5+1 things. That's so cute. So we've landed on 5+1 things. Well, I chose 5+1 things. And a modern AU. And this is what I'm supposed to be writing. For specifically Jinshi and Sanhua. Alright, now I only have to think of a scenario. From what I'm seeing, Jinshi kind of strikes me as this, you know, this is just her lore, but like orphan child genius, you know, like huge expectations, you know, maybe she's on a scholarship or two. So from what I'm seeing, she's in university. Great. Probably a uni student, because I'm not comfortable writing anything lower than a uni student. And then Sanhua would be the the older, dedicated professor, but that doesn't really give into the, you know, subordinate employer relationship they kind of have in WUA. So just to make it okay, orphan child to great family, right? To make it, she's from a prestigious family. Okay, dedicated professor who was her tutor growing up. All right, after a few years of separation, who was her tutor growing up in, not high school, no, that just makes it a bit iffy. I think dedicated, okay, older dedicated, I wouldn't say something like a servant in the house. PA, I'm just gonna say family has served Jinshi's for generations. Sanhua even tutored Jinshi. Oh, what the fuck, it was right there. As bodyguards. Now, oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay, now Jinshi in university with Sanhua as her living, as her live-in bodyguard. Oh yeah, it's getting juicy. It's getting spicy. Okay. Yeah, okay, sorry. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I have decorum. It's okay. We're safe. You're safe. You guys, you're safe. No harm shall befall you. Let me quickly add this because it's so spicy. But I'm just gonna quickly add bodyguard AU. Booyah, because that's always hot. All right, guys. I think we have it. We have it. We got it ready. And I think the setting is it's been set. Everything's been set. So I just now need to think 5 + 1 things. So what will be the 5 things? So it's kind of be like, this would be the title, working title. So WIP. Heading 2. No, that's way too fucking big, mate. Jeez. 5 times. 5 times Sanhua saved Jinshi's life. Yes. Yes. And 1 time Jinshi returned the favor. Hey, guys. What do we think about this, huh? What do we think about this, huh? Guys, praise me. What do we think? This is good. This is good, nah? This is good, nah? This is good, nah? This is good, nah? I like it. I think this is great. I think this is amazing. I think this is awesome. It is awesome. I'm excited. Okay. So I have to come up with scenarios. The first time it happened, Jinji was barely 4 years old. No, that's not nearly as a grabby as a hook as I needed to be. The first time Jinshi brushed with death. She was barely 4 years old. Yes. That is a great way to start. I would be like, whoa, what? Death? That's crazy. No. The title is the premise. You don't, okay. In fanfiction terms, 5 + 1 things is kind of a great way to pump out it's a kind of like a prompt, right? We can always change the title to be something else. This is a WIP, but it's a 5 + 1 thing, so you will always have to write out the situation or the scenario, the specific 5 + 1 thing type scenario, because it is a type of prompt in fanfiction terms, and then you can sort of name it afterwards when you've written the whole thing. Okay, it's steamy. Yeah. Okay. And it can be, I come up with my titles when I've already started writing the fic, right? And then I'm like, oh my god, this whole concept reminds me of something. It could be a song lyric. It could be an episode of some other pre-existing show. It could be an obscure phrase in some piece of media, like a book or TV series or a show. Literally, it could be the fucking tagline of a popular cereals, of a popular commercial cereal or something. Literally anything, right? So it's less of a title and more of a, this is your premise, right? So this is what you're writing about, and then I can name it later, right? But yeah. Okay. Okay, so what is a fitting scenario for the first sort of... I think I wanted to tie into their lore as much as possible. And from what we've seen of Jinshi, the first time she actually died was in a snow-covered mountain surrounded by wild dogs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these two scenarios. The first time she might quote-unquote die would be via cold, right? So she just got lost and nobody could find her except Sanhua, right? Who then brought her home and stuff. Then the second time would be via wolves. So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna write first time, not that type of first time. Lost and almost dies to cold. Okay, and then second time. Wild animals. Perhaps a school trip gone wrong? We don't know yet. Anything, everything, and anything is subject to change. This is fan fiction. Then third time will be a kidnapping attempt. This makes more sense. Oh, I can merge this with the second time actually. Second time will be kidnapping attempt plus wild animals. So it's like she got kidnapped. She was smart enough to escape by herself, right? But since she was in a remote area, in some fucking forest or somewhere. So she was in a remote forest. I don't want to say remote area, just say remote forest, and I will encompass everything it is that I'm trying to say. So she pretty much almost gets eaten by wild animals. So we can't say it's a school trip. All right. So third time she almost died would be, I don't know, some sort of poison. I need these stakes to be some sort of like, I want them to have variety, but I also want them to come into contact a lot. High stress situations that will develop a bond that no one else can like understand. So it would be third time. No. I was gonna say a depression attempt from after Jinshi lost her parents, but that doesn't necessarily make sense to me. I'll think of it later. For now, I have the first two attempts, which is fine. I should be able to work with this. About the brilliant. This guy, guys, by the way, this website is my best friend. I'm about to hook you up. Wait a second. It's called Word Hippo. Ah! What the fuck? Come back, Word Hippo. Word Hippo, no. Come back. Please come back. Okay, there it is. So this is my thesaurus, my online thesaurus. So I need another word for whiteness, and not in the term of like skin color. I just kind of need another word for like, bitch, I do not want your fucking cookies. They suck anyway, and they don't taste good. So, fuck you. Not for purity, just literally like to describe snow. You know what? You guys won't get it. I'm just gonna write snow. There we go. Period. So writing a fic is actually, if you're not in the head of the person writing it, it can be kind of boring. So like, I'm just gonna do something for you guys. I'm gonna let you guys fish, and feel free to like gamble yourselves to death, or just put me in the background while I work on it. I don't know. You can also throw out suggestions every once in a while, or help me brainstorm stuff. But it's okay. I want to upstream quality, but I'm scared of delay. That is so real and fair. Here's a raffle for you. Anyways. Next. Okay, so we got ice, and I want to see what are particles. It's not a verb, just yeah, the frozen crystalline. I think a flurry. Okay, you know what, let me just use my big brain. I don't understand much about the brilliant. Blanket. Of shining white that had encompassed everything for the last few days. All her night. Doodles. this is tricky. I forget how kids think. I don't remember how a child thinks. What the fuck? How do children think? What do children think about? How would they kind of conceptualize something that they want to touch? Pretty, white, want to touch. All right. That was the leading thought that guided her away from the watchful eye of Nanny. Okay, and now time for the excessive Googling. Common middle-aged women Chinese names, because I'll be fucked up if I don't get that shit right. Shu Lan, Shu Zhen, Shu Ying. Okay, so Shu Xing. I think I shall go with Shu. Seems to be very popular. And then, but at this age, she wouldn't even be able to pronounce the name of her nanny. Nanny Shu Ying. What do I have? Nanny Shu Ying. She made it past her. Not gonna lie, there was less jiggle than I expected. I did reduce it a little bit. I'm back and I'm exhausted. Welcome back. Sorry, Cash. I know what will distract chat. So it was you. You were the one who decided to redeem my braids and the hips. The hips didn't. So I was dancing and I didn't even notice. I was so locked in. This was 3 whole minutes ago. I'm sick. Cavette? Cavette what? I cannot read. Okay. Alright, and want to touch. That was. Oh yeah. Away from the watchful eye. And shooting. As she made it past. As she. You know what? I think evening will be better than night. Oh no, I'm getting quiet. I'm about to really lock in. I'm just gonna stop talking. This is like it was. I don't know who redeemed braids. I only redeemed hips. Really? Huh? What the fuck happened? It doesn't show anyone redeeming braids. Oh, I think it was me. I think I tapped on the what's it called? It's not a trigger button. It's a button that you like. It's the I'm sick. I tapped on whatever. Oh my god. Oh, yes, God. Yes, God. Well, there you go. You got the arms. Congratulations, Biscuit. I'm very happy for you. But yeah, I think I triggered. It was myself. I triggered the hotkey. Yeah, for my braids while I was typing. So, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. As you said, we're not complaining. So let's continue. Okay, she was already a precious child only for you. Thank you for the pats. Babbling and waddling all over the place, like shaky but sure. Curiosity as she explored the world around her. That makes more sense to me. And she didn't really understand much about the brilliant blankets of shining white. We've been past everything for the last few days, that wintry thing. Tiny mind had understood this pretty light and wanted to touch. And that was a leading thought. Far away from the watchful eye of Nanny, she knew as she made it past. The glass double doors of. There's a certain way this is in fact how it is for us fanfiction writers. Do you know what I'm Googling right now? At first I Googled like popular names for middle-aged Chinese women, right? To figure out the name of her nanny that I just plucked out of thin air. Now I'm Googling wealthy Chinese home floor plans. Traditional. And we're gonna fucking gouge ourselves on this. Alright. Because I'm trying to, because I know that they have like open courtyard. Yes. Past the, but what do they call their main living space? Okay, you know what? Let me just write something. Past living room and towards the glass double doors leading to the courtyard. She had only meant to wander towards the garden. This fic is supposed to be 500 words, but I have a feeling it's about to be 4,000. Fuck. Okay. But somehow it's fallen into. There's a thing. Is it for? I think it's for Japanese floor homes. Japanese traditional courtyard decorations. There's a name for it. I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know the name for it. It's a thing. It's always an anime, and it kind of like, it's like a water. It's like a water tap thing that leads into a pond. I don't know how to call it. It's like a. Is this what you are? Is it? Is this it? Traditional Japanese chozubachi. What the fuck is a chozubachi, bro? Huh? It's the. I knew it. Wait, no. Actually, it might not be just the chozubachi because like, there's other stuff. This is the one. It's you. Okay, so what the fuck are you called? What the fuck are you called? What is it called? Tell me. Tell me. Ah. Okay, I don't. Whatever. Is it you? No, this is like the tap. It's not a water tap. It's like a water pond thing. Oh God. Google, help! Come on, for fuck's sake, you're better than this. Water bamboo pond. Ugh, I'm just okay. So I think the only way I think it's this way. The rocking water fountain. Is that what it's called? Japanese traditional courtyard rocking water fountain. Is it a water fountain? Wicking water fountain. It doesn't look like it. Is it a tsukuba? Tsukubai? Oh, no, not really. It looks like it, but also not really. Tsukubai Basin. Is it Tsukubai or Chozubachi? Okay, Chozubachi Hachime Tsukubai water basins. Okay. Different uses. The best well known of this is the ones in front of Japanese shrines. They're meant to purify for entering a special space. Okay. There's different styles of them. That makes sense. Shishi Odoshi? No detail overlooked. Ah, thank y'all. You know what? I'm gonna Google what you just said because I'm that desperate. I don't want to forget all my ideas, so. It's a traditional Japanese garden feature, also called a dare scare, or where blah, blah, blah. Pivots in bamboo, it fills with water, tips over and clacks against a rock. Biscuit, I love you. Mwah. Okay, so now that I have the name in Japanese, I need the Chinese equivalent. Watch as I throw away this fucking feature. Like, that happens so many times. I'll spend hours Googling a specific obscure thing, and then I end up not using it because during the revisions I figured that there was a better way to write it that didn't even involve that thing at all, but whatever. Okay, there's no Chinese equivalent to the Japanese shishi odoshi as it is a distinct cultural feature. However, the function of scaring animals have their own traditional and modern methods for doing so. Other countries have their own of doing getting pests. Oh my god, I don't care about other countries. Give me the Chinese. I want to see how the Chinese fucking do it. Jinshi is from China, bro. Fucking hell. Okay, so I kind of found it. So I'm just gonna delete these two. Wealthy Chinese home floor plans. Okay, I already did this one, so I need traditional water fountain. It's not a fountain. It's a pond. Yes, I need the pond. This makes sense because in my idea, she falls into the pond and almost drowns. The worst thing about drowning is that it is silent, right? So this makes sense for her to almost drown. So boom, boom, boom. The thing about okay, that has fallen and encompassed everything. That early winter evening, right? Just to show that the snow hadn't yet set in to a point where we would have frozen the pond over. So I need to set the scene in such a way to make sure that all we know is that the snow started recently falling, and this is the first time Jinshi has like taken notice of it. Like, I'm sure she noticed it as a toddler, but as an infant, this is she's only just moving around. Only just moving around and making words. So that I've set that up here. I need people. She pretty much just wanders into the garden. Is there a name for Chinese ponds? Name question mark? I know what feng shui is. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This is such a messy way to phrase this question. Okay, let me rephrase it. Is there a name for the ponds in wealthy Chinese traditional homes? Additional homes? Question mark? Is there something they called it? There's no single name, but they're often called by names related to their function or location, so that's Halfmoon Pond. These ponds, along with rocks, are fundamentals of garden design, collectively known as shan shui, or mountain and water. They were strategically placed to be viewed from pavilions and covered walkways. Okay, I'll find a way to spin this in. Oh, all of that just to write 2 lines of fucking fic. I'm sick. But this is the reality, guys. Koi pond, maybe? No, a koi pond won't be deep enough for a 4-year-old to drown in. Right? It needs to be one of these sprawling types of ponds. You know, these ones. You know, because technically they're living in an estate. Jinshi in this particular fic is the daughter, the only daughter, the orphan daughter of a very wealthy family. So they're not gonna, their family house isn't gonna look like, even if there was a koi pond, it wouldn't be, you know. I bet they didn't think of this. And the nanny, poor nanny, she's probably about to get fired. But the idea is that Jinshi wanders out from the courtyard straight into these ponds and almost drowns, right? Which is when Sanhua saves her for the first time. So I'm gonna write that first scene, maybe a bit of the second scene, and then the next Wednesday we can continue this. Also, I can't find any references to Shishi Odoshi in China. Biscuit, you're doing my research with me. Oh, I love you. Thank you. But it's okay. I've decided on just calling it pond. See? We spent the last 15 minutes trying to see if there was any such thing, and there isn't. So now I just have to move on and figure out for a different way to refer to it, you know, because there's no actually anything like that. I just have to call it like the name of the Halfmoon Pond. But since the Sentinel of Jinshi, what's the Sentinel of Jinshi's name again? I'm just gonna write this. Jue? I think it was Jue. So I'm just gonna call it the Jue Pond. And I'm gonna call it the Blue Dragon Pond, right? Because they said that they named the ponds according to, like, well, how did Google phrase it? They were like, sometimes there'll be a side, like the water flowed in a curved path, entry point on the dragon side and the exit on the tiger side, which is thought to gather energy and bring good fortune. So this is all principles of feng shui that I do not have literally any knowledge in whatsoever at all. But it makes sense that they will name the pond after like the certain functionalities or help that they want. Jue, yes, Jue like that with the E. Okay, I don't even know if I can. Is there a way for me to write the E to like? There is, but it'll take some time to find it. This is punctuation. I am not looking for punctuation. I'm looking for letters. Where is your E? There it is. There we go. The Jue Pond, Blue Dragon Pond. That way, it will be a call into, you know, into the lore in Wuwa. Anyways, let's continue. Technically, that was, we can see that as a symbolic, the symbolic way that in Wuwa, actually, the lore in Wuwa, Jinshi actually died before the dragon revived her by using its temporal manipulation powers. In this one, it will be signified and symbolized by the first time she brushes with death. So she doesn't actually die here, but she nearly drowns in the pond that is named after Jue. Lucy, you had a hat for a minute, and I don't know if there's a redeem for it, but it was super cool. Do you want there to be a redeem for it? I'll make it a redeem right now. Did I already not make it a redeem? Actually, this is frying me. Because the truth is, I've forgotten I had a hat. Not even lying to you guys. But I entirely forgot that I even had a hat. Yep. Yep. I can make it. Just put it in the Discord so I can make it into a channel redeem. Just put it in the channel redeem channel, and I will make it into a redeem for you, so you can play with it. All right. So, are you seeing this? Are you seeing the way I'm cooking? So the first time she technically dies or comes close to dying, she will still meet quote unquote Jue, the same way she did in Wuwa lore, right? So it will be technically be her first meeting with Jue, because in the Wuwa lore, she dies and then Jue comes upon her body and saves her life, or rather rewinds time to bring her back to life. Here, while it will be Sanhua that will save her, it will technically be the first time she meets quote unquote Jue, just like in canon. It will mimic or mirror that first meeting in a different way in the modern world. Oh my god, if I actually like the way this fic turns out, I'm gonna put it on my AO3 profile. Do not look for my AO3 profile. Don't. You will not like what you see there, and I refuse for you to come in and start asking me jam question about what type of fic I'm writing. That's for me alone. In fact, even if I post it on my AO3, I'm gonna change the name so you guys never find it. And I'm also gonna mess up the tags on purpose. Fuck off. Alright. Let's see. Aren't enough that she had. Down the dampen. You see this? This is exactly what I'm thinking about. Now, how to describe this? Okay. So I love how that she was walking down. I don't like the way the sentence is phrased, but right now I just need something there. I will come change it later. So highlight in red. No. Hmm. 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 Okay, I know I've used this word before, but give me a second. Paired with the unforgiving cold of dusk. We're fast approaching. Winter night. Little face crumpled. Fear. Hunger. And I need another name for cold. I can't keep using cold and eerie. Hi, Shadow Legion. Hi. Kashara, what's the fic about? Oh, so. Thank you for the lurk biscuit. So, we settled on writing about Jinchi and Sanhua. And I created this freaking. I created this literally right now out of the blue. Right? It was a sort of fanfic trope wheel. And we spun it. I almost said we spinned it. We spun it to sort of discover what we will be writing about. And it landed on it didn't land on 5+1 things. I chose 5+1 things, but it did land on modern AU. So writing a modern AU fanfiction, 5+1 things about Jinshi and Sanhua. And I've decided on my premise. Jinshi is an orphan child to a great prestigious Chinese family, right? And she's this, like, you know, child genius. There's huge expectations on her shoulders, and I decided that this is taking place in a university. Sanhua is from the family that has served the Jinshi's family for generation as bodyguards and protectors, right? So essentially, it's a bodyguard university AU. So now, and I decided on the premise being 5 times Sanhua saved Jinshi's life, and 1 time Jinshi returned the favor, essentially. So 1 time Jinshi saved Sanhua's life. So yeah, I decided that the first time will be that she pretty much gets lost in winter and almost dies by drowning. And the second time is a kidnapping attempt, right? Around when she's like, let's say, between the ages of 8 to 12 years old, right? By people who want money, of course, because she's from a rich family. She's smart enough to escape by herself, but then after that, she becomes again hopelessly lost in some sort of remote forest and almost gets eaten by wild animals before Sanhua comes to save her. So far, that's the first 2 that we've got. So this is based on Wuwa. So it's like a Wuwa fanfic. Lamau. It's a 5+1 things modern AU. With Jinshi and Sanhua. Let me just write a university bodyguard AU. I decided to keep it as close to actual canon as possible, despite it being a modern AU. There's only so many liberties I want to take. So yeah, this is what we're coming up with. So far I'm just trying to get my thoughts down before I then with what the fuck farm fear fear Okay, so it's paired with the fuck. I can't spell to save my life. And the belly aching with hunger. The snow didn't look so beautiful anymore. Yes. She sat by the pond as her little face crumpled with silent tears. Okay, you know, let me just go with it. Tears streaming down her cheeks. Frostbitten cheeks. Okay. Yep. As she sat. Okay, it will be like, no. As she sat tiredly by the pond, hoping her cries to lure a familiar face to her. A familiar face to take her home soon. That doesn't make any sense, but I'll just leave it there for now. Whatever. Guys. Maybe I'll finish this offline on Discord and you guys will see because we gotta go soon. It's almost 11. Settle. The snow witch had looked so glittering, and when that's that word, when something looks magical, yes, magical under the warmth and heat of the afternoon sun. But now there was an eerie quality to it. Quality dampening the sound to I need eerie. Give me a word for eerie. I misspelled it. Give me a word for eerie. Yeah. I cannot believe I am writing woo fanfiction right now. You know what? That makes sense though. Spooky, creepy, weird, mysterious, strange, uncanny, sinister, scary. Just frightening, spookish. You know what? Let me read the suggestive, paranormal, harmful, or evil will happen, inspiring terror, fear. Okay. Yeah, that's frightening. Ominous might be a good word, but that's not necessarily the vibe I'm going for. Chilling. That suggests that's like a double entendre because it's chilling because it's cold, but chilling because it's scary. I like that. Okay. It was an eerie quality, dampening the sound to a chilling quiet. Oh, I love it when words do what I want them to. Alright, paired with the unforgiving cold of a fast approaching winter night and a belly aching with hunger. Nothing looks so beautiful anymore. Okay. Oh, now had an eerie quality to it. God, you rewrite the same thing so many times. A chilling quiet. Here's the unforgiving. I need another word for cold. I've used it too many times. Lamau. Cold, 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 cold. Of a low temperature, having a sensation of coldness, to the point of being uncomfortable. That one. No. I think freezing. I need it as an adjective. Can you give me some adjectives? I don't. Okay. This is an adjective. Good. Freezing. Glacial is good. Bitter. Oh, I love bitter. But I've already used unforgiving. I can use bitter later. I think we'll go with glacial. Unforgiving. No, I think I need a noun. Never mind, actually. Unforgiving. Frigidity? Unforgiving freeze. No, that doesn't make any sense. Unforgiving. Cold, 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 cold. Unforgiving biting cold or unforgiving bitter cold? Biting versus bitter. Biting versus bitter. I think biting right now. And the belly aching with hunger. Snow doesn't look so beautiful anymore. She sat by the pond as her little face crumpled with fear. Tears streaming down her frostbitten cheeks. And she sat tiredly. I think I'll start the sound test here. Okay, no, actually, realizing she was okay, it dawned on her that she was alone. Bum 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 bum. Away. I need the antonym for that. What the fuck? Away, bro. I cannot spell to save my life. Help. Away. There. Not wire. Alright. Kind of like towards onward. Fourth. Oh, fourth is good. Lure for That will take her home. Take her home where there was food and warmth and her fuzzy, comfy, cozy, her cozy toys. No. I need something. Okay, not an antonym now, a synonym for the word plush. Fuck's sake, mate. What is happening? Okay, there. Are you serious? Plush. Yes, thank you. Kind of like soft. And her warm, soft friends. I think warm, soft friends make sense. Because she's still a kid here. It doesn't need to be too... food and warmth. And her soft, cozy friends. I cannot spell friends. Okay, there we go. All of this to just describe one scene. Can you believe it? It's been 30 minutes. I've written, what, 40 words? I'm so ill. Shoot me right now. Oh my god. But it's fine. Boom. I'm kind of satisfied with this. It was dark, scary, cold. And she was all alone. Yeah. Just to confirm, what does 4 straight days of heavy snowfall look like? Yeah, so it will be enough that it will blanket. It will have that blanketing effect. That's all I want to know. It will have the blanket effect that will dampen sound. So what's Jinshi's last name? Jinshi from Wua. Oh god, so many Googlings. Jinshi from Wua, last name. She doesn't have a last name. Magistrate in Chinese. I'm about to pull some fuck shit. Okay, judge in Chinese then. As a name, because I know not all of these will be like. Okay, I have decided to give her a name, and it will be as a surname specifically. Like Wang, Li, and Zhang. While a judge in legal context is okay. So Jingxi Wang, Jingxi Li, or Jingxi Zhang? Jingxi Zhang. I think Jingxi Zhang sounds the best. Alright, so her name is, technically this is how you say her name. It'll be Jingxi Zhang. There we go. That's her full name. But the Zhang family. Okay, this is all I wanted to write. The Zhang family compound was expansive. Only having 4 days. And the Zhang family compound was expansive. Were still the blanket effect of the snow had made it so her cries could not carry to those who had already began to frantically search for their young mistress. I think I'm gonna stop here. I think we made good progress. It's not much, but it's good enough. We'll eventually get to the smut. It's gonna take a while though. I think I'm gonna work on it off stream so that the next time we work on it, I would have made enough progress that I have something to give you guys. But so far, so good. I'm satisfied with this. All right. And also, I'm so sorry, Shadow Legion, but hi, if you're still here. Hello. I didn't mean, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just so locked in. Anyway, guys, let's come over here while I say goodnight. Nah, let's come over here while I say goodnight. So, oh goodness gracious me. We've gotten started. We've written something. Literally scenario 1. We still have 5 fucking scenarios to write. We haven't even finished scenario 1. We've set up the setup for scenario 1. Fic writing takes quite some time. It's not easy. It's not by any means something that happens like that. There's a reason it takes us fanfic writers quite some time to churn out page after page, chapter after chapter. And this just reminded me that I have fics that need updating. I got people commenting like, oh my god, I love this, please update. And I'm there like, I'm sorry, I am a chronic procrastinator. Whoops. Just so sucky. Oh god. Good job, Lucy. Thank you so much. You get through this, you're amazing. Joe. Scenario 1 setup, scenario 2 question mark, scenario 3 profit Lamau. So you're one of them. No, don't judge me. I can't help it. Drown the little girl. We're gonna drown her. Please don't take that out of context. God, don't quote that. But it's gonna set up it's gonna be great, just like in canon, and it's gonna mirror the first time she died. In canon, she died. Don't forget, she actually did die in the cold, and it was Joy the dragon that brought her back to life by turning back time. In this scenario, it will mirror that story a little bit. It's just in this case, she will drown, almost drown. She won't actually die, but the pond she's drowning in has been named the Jue Pond, or the Blue Dragon Pond, after Jue from canon. And I wanted it to mimic that first story, that meeting of theirs, so that it can be like a little nice reference point. You know what I'm saying? That, oh my god, they, it's like a callback. I'm paying homage to the original thing. You stream here often though? I do. From now henceforth, I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So we're back to our 4-day streams. I'm very excited. On Tuesdays, we'll do like karaoke song content, whether that's actually recording karaoke songs, whether that is mixing, because I want to get into mixing. Might as well do it on stream. Why do I have to do it offline? I don't have time for that shit, so I'll do it on stream with you guys. And just putting these things together and then posting them on my YouTube channel. On Wednesdays, as you already know, it is our book nook, so we write, we read. We're currently making our way to 6 of Crows, and we're currently writing fan fiction for you guys, as you can very well see. And then on Fridays and Sundays, we play games. I'm thinking I'm gonna make Friday an indie game kind of thing, and then Sunday is just for games I want to play, like cozy Sundays, like cozy Sunday streams, like Sunday cozy streams, something like that. I don't know. But yes, we're back to 4 days a motherfucking week, and I'm super fucking excited. I will suggest the sussiest songs in existence for karaoke night, and I am not sorry. I am also not sorry. You know what? In fact, I respect the heck out of that, and I salute you, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely actually looking forward to it. That's something I would definitely love to see. I'm gonna keep this fanfiction spin the wheel thing, because I love it so much. And don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. Nothing happens in that Discord, so don't join if you're expecting activity. But we do have frequent community nights every other Saturday. Our current community night is coming up this particular Saturday, actually. We currently have a poll in the Discord server for whether or not we'll be watching a movie or if we'll be playing a game. So far, I think game is winning. I'm going to suggest Repo, because I actually really, really want to play Repo with you guys. So that's what we got going on for us. So hopefully we play Repo this upcoming community night. So don't forget to vote if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on Friday for some indie fucking games. And until then, I hope you take it easy, and I hope you stay winning, stay pretty, and stay motherfucking tuned, babies. Let's find someone to rate out to. Also, by the way, inserts David Bowie and Gerard Way into fanfic to make it more sussy. That's so real of you. Also, by the way, everyone, if you aren't in the Discord, I'm gonna send the link, but we have a poll up in the server for see, Joe, I love you so much. You are an awesome mod. Thank you. You're doing amazing work. True MVP type shit. Yeah, what Joe said. We have a poll up for our upcoming community night this Saturday, so please don't forget to vote. I will see you guys soon. That is the raid message and the sub raid message. Please copy them accordingly while I find an amazing person to raid out to. Oh my god, this was actually so good. I'm so excited to actually write fic with you guys and read it, you guys. You're making my fucking dreams come true. Like, can you imagine? Thank you. I'm having so much fun. Okay. Who is streaming? Oh my goodness. Fuck. Okay. I don't think we've seen Pandy in ever. Like, I never rated Pandy. I played Marvel Rivals with Pandy once. I was playing with Pandy, Seiji, and Malachi Lasley. And I just never ever spoke to Pandy again, even though I followed her on Twitch. So she's currently playing something called Moonstone Island, and it looks super cool and looks super cute. So we're gonna go say hi to her. In the meantime, thank you for your malicious stream. No, thank you. Thank you for your 5 gifted subs, and thank you for suggesting this particular ship. I'm very excited to keep writing it offline. So hopefully by next Wednesday, by next book nook, we will have something, and I will read at least my first draft to you guys. You guys can know that I fucking know ball. All right, I know ball. Ain't nobody. Nobody knows balls like me. I'm kidding. That's not what I meant to say at all. Nobody. I'm sick. Nobody knows ball like I do, okay? I know ball, okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna save. It's already technically saved, but I don't want to risk anything. So I'm going to save this document, because losing all my progress right now will be devastating, and I will hate it. Right now, I've saved it as stream reward fanfic. And honestly, that is what it is. So why are we even pretending? Just to make sure that it is there and ready. All right, good. So that's Gucci. That's grand. I will close the tabs, and I'll keep working on it when I have the time, which is certainly never, but I will do my best. In the meantime, let's raid out to Pandy. She's really awesome. It's been a while since I've said hi to her. I doubt she will even recognize me. That's how long it's been since we spoke, guys. But yeah, thank you for your malicious stream. Thank you for coming out. I loved hanging out with you guys. I loved reading with you, and I loved writing fanfic with you, even though I was super quiet in the second half and barely, you know, did anything. And I feel kind of bad because of that. I'm sorry. But, you know, we still had a grand old time, didn't we? At least I think we did. I think we did. I think we had a lovely, lovely time together. And it's just something that I will never regret doing with you guys. Because you guys just make it so awesome. And I don't, you just make it fun. You know, I just have so much fun with you. Thank you for being an awesome, awesome community. My Ferrellies, you have so much space in my heart. No one could ever replace you. Mwah. Take care of yourselves. Rest well, Lucinia. No, you rest well. I'll see you in chat tomorrow, Senti. We love you. I love you too. Love you, Joe. Love you, Biscuit. Love you, Ford. Love you, Cash. Love you, Jester. Everyone who came out to say hi. Everyone who blocked. Everyone who gifted subs or subbed or gifted bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys on Friday for indie games. And until then, don't forget to stay winning. Don't forget to stay pretty. And don't forget to stay tuned, babies. Mwah.
Goddess raid? Am I being blessed? Oh my goodness. Do I just hoe it up? Is it even here? I feel like this is the island. Hello? Hi, Melanie. How be you? How do you do be? It's been 600 years. I don't do anything. I'm sorry. I'm doing all right.